एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद.
There is only one infinite Lord, one root of all, which is ever present in everyone and never changing, and that Lord is met by the grace of the Guru, the grace of the Shabad, or by his own grace and compassion, and no other ritual.
जाप
The name of this Bani is Jaap,
श्री मुखवाक पातशाही दसवीं.
and this Bani is from the blessed mouth of the 10th Guru, the 10th King, Guru Gobind Singh.
छपै छंद तव प्रसाद.
The name of the measure is Chapé Chand, and it is by your grace, God, that this measure is written.
चकर चैन अरबर जात अर पात नहन जैं.
The word Chakar means limb or joint. The word Jan means mark, and Button means color. The word Jat can mean social standing, family, and it can also mean species. So God, this is your definition, Lord. You have no joints, no shape or form. You have no symbol, no mark. You have no color. You have no species, and you have no family, God. You are the creator of all. So this is our object of worship. This is our Lord, the existent Lord we talked about in Jaap Sahib. How does this Lord look? How does this ever-existent Lord appear? This Lord is formless, with no form, no symbols, color, and no family.
रूप रंग अर रेख पेख को कह न सकत कह.
The word Roop means form, Rang means color, and the word Rek actually means the lines on the palm of your hand. And in the old days, even today, some people believe that these lines meant something about destiny. So here Gurbani tells us, God, who can tell of your form? Who can know your color? Who can know what the lines on your hands are like if you have them? Who can know what your clothes are? Bek means clothes. Go keh na sakat ke. No one can describe these, God.
अचल मूरत अनुभव प्रकाश अमितोज कहिज्जै.
God, you are unmovable. No one can move you. Unbo means, it's like the word we talked about in Jaap Sahib when we talked about sapang. Unbo means from yourself. God, your great brilliance, your prakash is from yourself. No one created you, God. You are ever existence. Amitoj. It comes from the word amit and oj. Now in Sanskrit we see a rule that if you have a word and you want to negate the word, you can either use un or a. Take the example from English. From English we have the word symmetrical, which means something can be split in half equally. It has a line of symmetry. Now if we want to negate that, if something is symmetrical, it means it has symmetry. And then if something is asymmetrical, it means it doesn't. So here the word mit means measure, and the word oj means strength. So mitoj would be measurable strength, but God is amitoj. The word negates it. So God, your power is unmeasurable. Your power is unmeasurable. That's how people describe you.
कोट इंद्र इंद्राण शाह शाहान गणिज्जै.
God Indra Indran. Indra means a king of all gods. God Indra Indran. So millions of Indras, millions of kings of gods. And Shah means king. So many millions of Indras and millions of kings fall at your feet. You are in control of all of them. You are the king of all kings. You are the God of all gods. Every single emperor which we see, every powerful leader, all of them are within your will. None of them can stop your will. Have you ever seen a king able to stop death, no matter how powerful he is? So if even the greatest men of power cannot stop God or God's will, how can we? So for this reason, God is the king of all kings, and we should always surrender to that God.
त्रिपवन महीप सुर नर असुर नेत नेत बन तृण कहत.
Dear God, you are the Lord of the three realms, Tripavan, and you are the Lord of Sur, Nar, and Asur. The word Sur means God, and we see that rule again with the A. Asur means like demon, and humans, Nar. So you are the God of all beings, and all beings. Bantran means all the vegetation and grass, all of the forest. So all of the beings, all the plants, animals, gods, even every blade of grass in the forest, out of all of them, every single thing in the universe, Every single thing has your Shabad, and everything you created praises you and says, Nit Nit. Nit Nit means God. You are not like this. You are not like that. So no one can describe God, but they can say, God, we know how you're not. You're more amazing than everything else. So this is telling us that everything in the world, even the forest and the blades of grass, nothing can describe God.
Tab sarb naam katha kavan karma naam varnat sumat.
So even though nothing can describe God, no human can tell of a name that can adequately describe the greatness of God's force. But even still, those who are wise and those who are intelligent, they praise God by deriving a name from God's virtues. So this is what this Bani is going to do. Every single thing that God does, all of God's beautiful virtues, which we can feel and see, this Bani is going to make us love those virtues. It's going to describe those virtues and tell us what that Lord is like. So in Japji Sahib, we learned that our meaning of life is to meditate on the Lord. And now in Jaap Sahib, we are learning more about that beautiful Lord so we can love Him, and so that His meditation can become a part of our hearts, and our consciousness could always be attached lovingly to that Lord. So this is the purpose of Jaap Sahib.
Pujang paryat chand
That is the name of the measure.
namastvang akale.
The word namas means to bow or surrender to, and the word tuang means you. So God, we bow down to you. The word kal means death or time, and when we have the word a in front of it or a in front of it, it means God, we bow down to you. You are beyond death, beyond time. You'll never die. Everything in this universe is constrained to time. For that reason, God, we bow down to you. You are akale. You are beyond death.
Namastvang kirpale.
And at the same time, we bow to you, God, because you are the house of all mercy. Gitpa means mercy, compassion. You are all loving, God. Every single creature, good or bad, you take care of them.
Namastang arupe.
Roop means form. God, we bow down to you because no one can know your form.
Namastang anupe.
Up means upma. It means if someone can do something parallel, what we call in Punjabi brabari, or if someone can equal God, and the word un in front of it means no. So God, we bow down to you because you are un-up. No one can be equal to you. You are greater than everyone. There is no other like you. Now we have the word namastang. It has the same meaning as namastwang. The word tung now also means you.
Namastvang akale, namastvang kirpale, namastang arupe, namastang anupe.
Bow to you, God. You are beyond death. You are beyond death. You are the house of all mercy. You have no equal and no form, God. That is why there's none like you. There's none as loving as you. There's none like you, God, that is beyond the holds of death. You alone, you are unequal in all respects. And God, for that reason, we bow to you.
Namastang apekhe.
We bow to you, God. Bake means like dress or costume. We bow to you because you have no certain dress. No one can tell what you wear.
Namastang alekhe.
And we bow to you, God, because no one can make your photo. You're beyond all of our imaginations.
Namastang akai.
And the word akai, kai means kaya, body. You have no body, God.
Namastang ajai.
And the word ajai, jai means from a woman. Ajai means God. You were not born from a woman like the rest of us. No one made God. You are unique in everything. And for this reason, we surrender to you, God, because no one has the power to make you.
Namastang apekhe, namastang alekhe, namastang akai, namastang ajai.
So we bow to you, God, because you have no costume. You have no certain look, and for that reason, no one can make your photo. And also because you have no body, and you are not from a woman like humans. You are beyond all of us. And for this reason, God, we bow to you. We bow to such a Lord.
Namastang aganje.
The word ganj means to conquer or win. So we bow to you, God. You are aganje. You cannot be conquered, ever. No one can win over you. No human, no animal. So what should we fear, God? When we are in your sanctuary, you are the greatest protector. You are the king over the heads of all.
Namastang apanje.
The word pan means to break. God, we bow to you. You are apanje. No one can ever break you. You are ever eternal and steady.
Namastang aname.
You have no certain name, God. See, in religions we see that people fight. Some people say God is Allah. Some people say God is Ram. But here, Guruji tells us that in reality it is a difference of only letters. All of the fighting in the world in the name of religion, it's all a difference of letters. We are the created beings. How can we find a name for the one who made us? God is so much bigger than us. What human can reach that undescribable Lord and make a name for that God that'll be that God's name? We can name our property, but we are God's property. For that reason, God is beyond names. It's like a child. A child might call his mom mother. If we go to India, they might call their mom bebe. If we go to another country, they might say madre. But still, it's the same concept, the same woman. In the same way, over here, Guruji tells us that God has no name. God is beyond any name.
Namastang athame.
The word tham means place. So not only does God have no name, but God has no place. God is not in a mosque or a mandir only, or only in the Gurdwara, but God exists everywhere, in all hearts, every single blade of grass, every place, good or bad. Nothing is impure because there is nothing without God.
Namastang aganje, namastang apanje, namastang aname, namastang athame.
So God, we surrender to you. We bow to your sanctuary forever. We bow to you, O great Lord, O great Hukam, because no one can conquer you. No one can break you. You have no name and no place. You are always everywhere, giving us our sanctuary. For that reason, we surrender to you, God.
Namastang akarmang.
God, we bow down to you. The word karmang means rituals or different acts, but you are akarma. You have no ritual that pleases you. We don't need to fast. We don't need to take holy baths or do anything, because God, you are pleased only by love. For that reason, we bow down to you.
Namastang atharmang.
The word dharam here refers to caste. So we bow down to you, God. You have no certain caste. You have no chosen group or chosen people.
Namastang anamang.
And God, you have no name.
Namastang atamang.
And you have no one home.
Namastang akarmang, namastang atarmang, namastang anamang, namastang atamang.
So we bow to you, God. You have no certain ritual to please you. You have no caste. You have no name. And you have no certain place you are found. This is your glory, Lord. For this reason, we surrender to your sanctuary.
Namastang ajite.
The word jeet means to win. We bow to you, God, because you cannot be won. No one can ever win you.
Namastang apite.
Apite means one who cannot be scared. So we bow to you, God, because you are nirpal. You are fearless. No one can make you afraid. And when we have you, we too become fearless.
Namastang abahe.
You are a bahe. You are like a mountain, God. No one can move you.
Namastang atahe.
Dahe means to make fall. But God, you are atahe. No one can ever make you fall. You are ever steady, ever steady and strong.
Namastang ajite, namastang apite, namastang abahe, namastang atahe.
We bow to you, God. You cannot be won over. Not only can you never be conquered, but you can never be scared. You are always strong, God. No one can move you, and no one can ever make you fall. For that reason, we bow to you.
Namastang anile.
The word anil comes from the word anil, which means air.
Namastang anade.
The word anade, the word ad means beginning. An comes in front of it because a is a vowel, so you need an, not just a. So ad means beginning. So anad means that Lord who is beginningless. God has no beginning.
Namastang achede,
No one can break you, God.
namastang agade,
Agad. The word agad means beyond all limits. It means greater than anything. No one can find your depth, God. Your deepness is deeper than the deepest of oceans. So for that reason, we bow to you.
namastang anile, namastang anade, namastang achede, namastang agade.
So we bow to you, God. You are like air. You give support to all. And we bow to you, God, because you have no beginning. No one can find your beginning. You have no beginning, God. And we bow to you, God, because no one can break you, and no one can ever find your depth. You are a beautiful ocean. Hearing this praise, God, we come to your sanctuary. We surrender and bow to you forever.
Namastang aganje,
So here we have the word aganje again. Ganj means to conquer. God, we bow to you because you are a ganje. No one can conquer you or beat you or win you.
namastang apanje,
And you are a panje. No one can break you, God. You're stronger than everyone.
namastang odare,
But God, not only are you strong and unbreakable, you're still not a tyrant. You're udare. The word udare means large-hearted. Your heart is bigger than everyone. You love all beings, good or bad. All of humanity, you love and cherish all of them. You care for everyone. Everyone who comes to your sanctuary, no matter how they are, no matter what color or what race they are, no matter if they are good or bad, whoever comes to your sanctuary, you love them, God, because you are udare, you are large-hearted,
namastang apare,
and you are infinite. The word apar means infinite. So God, not only are you large-hearted and strong, but you are also infinite. You never come to an end. You're everywhere, God.
namastang aganje, namastang apanje, namastang odare, namastang apare.
So we bow to that Lord who cannot be won and who cannot be broken, who has the biggest heart and loves all, and who is infinite, who has infinite love and an infinite heart.
Namastang suveka,
God, we bow down to you. Eke means one. You are a unique God. There's no one like you, no other force, no parallel. For that reason, we bow to you.
namastang aneka,
And the word anek means many. So from you, from that one Lord, all these forms, all these beautiful parts of creation are made. Everything in the world that we see, everything has God's light, God's soul in it, and everything came from God. Everything is part of God. All of creation is God's expanse. Even we are part of God. For that reason, we bow down to you.
namastang apote,
The word pute means from the 5 elements: wind, water, fire, sky, earth. All these elements. God, you are beyond these elements. You are apute. Everything else in the world, everything that has life, is from these 5 elements. Everything we see, and when we die, we merge into the elements. It's like our breath. Even our breath has a lifespan. Our breath goes inside of our body. It does its job, and then when it comes out, it breaks away from this body, and it merges back into the elements. That is the same way our body too. We're made of these elements, and when we die, we merge back. We become dust. So for that reason, that God alone is free from these elements.
namastang ajupe,
Ajupe. The word jupe refers to an animal sacrifice that was done. It was a ritual. So here, Guruji has just told us that God is within everyone and God is free from the 5 elements. So, if God is within everyone, why would God need an animal or a human sacrifice to be pleased? What can we give God that God has made to please God? This is the whole concept. An animal which is also made of the 5 elements? An animal in which God exists, or human? So God, you are beyond all sacrifices, all such rituals. We do not need to sacrifice a human or an animal at an altar to please you, God.
namastang sueka, namastang aneka, namastang apote, namastang ajupe.
We bow down to you, God. You are alone as one, yet still, all of the forms of this world are your forms. God, we bow to you. You are free from the 5 elements that we are bound to, and you do not need ritualistic sacrifices to please you, God.
Namastang nirakarme.
We bow to you, God. Katha means ritual again. You do not need any rituals to please you.
Namastang nirparme.
The word para means superstition, and nir is also a negation word. So we bow to you, God, because you are beyond all superstition.
Namastang nirdese.
You do not have a certain country, so this too is a superstition. If we believe that God loves one land more than another, or one place more than another, then that's also superstition, because God exists everywhere equally.
Namastang nirpese.
And God does not have a certain type of clothes or a certain outfit. For that reason, we bow to you, God.
Namastang nirkarme. Namastang nirparme. Namastang nirdese. Namastang nirpese.
So we bow to you, God. You have no certain ritual to please you. You have no superstition, no certain belief in holy days, holy places, good luck and bad luck. God, you have no superstition, and you have no one country or one place, one home where you are found. You are not found only in Mecca or only in Hardwar. Your holy chosen land is not Israel or Palestine. But God, you, Lord, you're found everywhere in the universe. The whole universe is your home, God. And you have no certain land, and you have no certain outfit. You are universal, Lord.
Namastang nirname.
We bow to you, God. You have no certain name. All names are your name.
Namastang nirkame.
The word kam comes from kamana, desire. We bow to you, God. You have no desires. Like us humans, we are bound by desire. But God, you are ever happy and ever contented in your will.
Namastang nirthate.
God, you are free from thought. Thought also means the 5 elements. So you have no desires, and also you are free from the 5 elements which make us.
Namastang nirkhate.
The word God means injury or pain. God, no one can give you pain. For that reason, we bow to you.
Namastang nirname. Namastang nirkame. Namastang nirthate. Namastang nirkhate.
O God, we always surrender to you. You have no name or no desire, and your form is free from the 5 elements. No one can hurt you. We bow to such a Lord.
Namastang nirthote.
We bow to you, God. No one can move you.
Namastang apote.
And you are free from the 5 elements. For that reason, we bow to you.
Namastang aloke.
We cannot see you, God. Loke means with these eyes. God, we cannot see you with these eyes. We can see God within our hearts. We can behold him. But our 2 eyes of the body, how can we see that one Lord?
Namastang ashoke.
And God, you are worry-free. Shok means worry, but you are ashoke. You have no worries. You never have to be afraid of anything. You do not have stress. You know what you're doing, and you watch the whole world come according to your plan. And God, when we realize that it is you in the form of your hukam controlling the world, that you are worry-free, that even in the middle of all this chaos, everything has meaning, everything has a destiny, everything's for a reason. When we learn to trust you worry-free, Lord, we too become a shoke like you. So for that reason, we bow to you, because you care for all, and you have no worries and no stress, because your will is perfect.
Namastang nirthote. Namastang apote. Namastang aloke. Namastang ashoke.
Bow to you, God. No one can move you. You're free from the 5 elements. We cannot see you with these eyes. You're beyond all of us, because you're free from those elements. And God, you are worry-free. No worry can ever scare you.
Namastang nirtape.
God, you are free from all disease. The word tap means disease. There are 3 types of tap. One which is from the mind, a tatmik, and the other one which is pain from destiny. The 3rd type of tap is a communicable disease, which we get from one another. So God, you are beyond all these types of diseases. Nothing can ever disease you.
Namastang athape.
The word tap In Japji Sahib, we saw tapya na jai, kita na hoy. So the word tap means to stand up, to raise or to make. We bow to you, God, because no one can make you. No one can make you as a statue. No one can create you, God. You are always there, self-existent.
Namastang Trimanne.
And you, God, you are the Lord of all three worlds, the skies, the middle, and the Netherlands. God, all of them respect you. Manne means respect.
Namastang Nidhanne.
And Nidan means treasure house of virtue. So God, you are the great ocean, the great treasure house of all virtues.
Namastang Nirtape, Namastang Athape, Namastang Trimanne, Namastang Nidhanne.
God, we bow down to you always because you are free from disease. No one can make you. You are respected by the beings of all three worlds, even though none of them can make you. And you give them all virtues because you are the treasure house of all virtue, God.
Namastang Agahe.
God, you are unfathomable. You are limitless. You are like an ocean, God.
Namastang Abahe.
And you are like a mountain, God. You cannot be moved.
Namastang Tribarge.
Tribarge refers to the three treasures, Dharam, Arth, Tekam. Dharam, Arth, and Kam. Now, Dharam means like righteousness or good living. Arth means money, and Kam means desire. God, you are the great treasure of all these three things. Everything is yours.
Namastang Asarge.
No one can raise or make you, God. For that reason, we bow down to you.
Namastang Agahe, Namastang Abahe, Namastang Tribarge, Namastang Asarge.
We bow to you, God. You are like a great, deep ocean whose limits cannot be found. We bow to you because you are like a mountain that cannot be moved. We bow to you because you are the giver of all things. You are the treasure house of Dharam, of wealth and desire. And we bow to you because no one can make you, God.
Namastang Prabhoge.
A bhogi is someone who enjoys all desires. Prabhoge means God. You are the one who sits inside all beings and all the flavors of this world. You yourself put on different outfits like costumes, and you enjoy all these great things which you have created.
Namastang Sojoge.
Sujog. Sujog means one who meets. So we bow to you because you exist in all. You are merged with all of creation, just like the waves and water, God. Everyone is saturated with you, imbued with you.
Namastang Arange.
But still, you are in all these colors and forms, but you, God, have no color and form.
Namastang Apange.
And you cannot be destroyed. For these reasons, God, we bow down to you.
Namastang Prabhoge, Namastang Sojoge, Namastang Arange, Namastang Apange.
We bow to you, God, always, because you're the enjoyer of all, because you exist in all. But still, God, even though you exist in all colors and flavors, you have no color, you have no flavor. And God, you cannot be destroyed. For that reason, we bow to you forever.
Namastang Agamme.
Agam. God, we bow to you because you are Agam. Agam means beyond the reach of a human's mind.
Namastasramme.
Namastas. That means, God, may all always bow to you. May your salute always go on. May all surrender to you. You are the most beautiful. Ranme means beautiful. Beautiful beyond all beauty. All of Mother Nature, all of the universes, the stars in the sky. All this, God, is your great beauty from every being, every little insect, the way you perfectly plan and exist in all, the way you made this universe evolve. God, it is so beautiful. Life, pain, happiness, everything is so beautiful. God, you are the home of all beauty, and you give beauty to all beautiful things.
Namastang Jalasare.
You are like an ocean, God. You are huge and deep.
Namastang Nirasare.
Asre means asra, support. But God, you do not need support from anyone. You are independent. For that reason, we bow to you.
Namastang Agamme, Namastasaramme. Namastang Jalasare. Namastang Nirasare.
O God, we bow to you forever, because you are beyond the reach of a human's mind. May all always bow to you in their beauty, because you made them, and you are more beautiful than anyone, because you are like an ocean. No one can find your deepness. You are so deep. You are deeper than an ocean. And God, we bow to you because you need no support. You do not ask before giving your order. You do not have to beg at anyone's door, like the rest of us. You do not have someone else to give you. You are the giver of all, but you need no support. For that reason, God, we bow to you.
Namastang ajate.
We bow to you, God. You have no jat, no caste, no species.
Namastang apate.
We bow to you. You have no family, no ancestry.
Namastang amazbe.
God, you have no certain religion. Your way of worship is love. You have no chosen people. For that reason, we bow to you.
Namastas ajbe.
Ajbe, Achraj. God, your form is wondrous. The word Achraj means wonderful, beyond wonder. So we bow to your wondrous, beyond wonderful form.
Namastang ajate. Namastang apate. Namastang amajbe. Namastas ajbe.
We bow to you, God. You have no caste, no family. You have no one religion. Everyone from all religions can reach you. Religion is something we humans like to categorize each other with. But God, when you look at us, you do not see Sikhs or Christians or Hindus or Muslims. You do not see philosophies. All you see is love. Love is your path, God. You have no religion, God, and you are wonderful, wondrous beyond all wonder. No religion can fathom your wonder, God. For that reason, we bow to you forever and always.
Adesang adese.
Ades means to bow, and Ades again means country. So God, we bow to you. You have no certain country. You exist everywhere, universally.
Namastang apese.
We bow to you. You have no certain dress.
Namastang nirtame.
We bow to you. You have no special home.
Namastang nirbame.
And we bow to you, God. You are not made by women.
Adesang adese. Namastang apese. Namastang nirtame. Namastang nirbame.
We bow to you, God. You have no country, no dress, no home. You were not made by women, like the rest of us.
Namo sarbakale.
We bow to you, God. Sarab means all. Kale means kill. You can destroy all beings in an instant.
Namo sarbadyale.
But still, God, you are Dayal. You are compassionate, merciful, beyond all mercy. You love all in your hearts, and you feel for them. You sympathize with all of creation. You love love. For that reason, we bow to you, because you are the home of all mercy.
Namo sarbarupe.
You exist. You are the form of all.
Namo sarbapupe.
The word Pu means king. God, you are the king, the protector, the caretaker of all beings.
Namo sarbakale. Namo sarbadyale. Namo sarbarupe. Namo sarbapupe.
We bow to you, God. You can destroy all, and yet you are still compassionate to all. You exist as the form of all, and God, you are the king, the protector of all. For that reason, we bow down to you.
Namo sarbakhape.
The word kap means destroy. God, we bow down to you because you can destroy all.
Namo sarbathape.
The word tape again comes from tapya na jai kita na hoy. It comes from the Sanskrit word satapya, to cause to stand, to raise. So God, we bow down to you because Sarab means all. You make all. You cause all to be raised. You are the creator of all, God.
Namo sarbakale.
You are the death of all beings, God.
Namo sarbapale.
And you are the caretaker of all.
Namo sarbakhape. Namo sarbathape. Namo sarbakale. Namo sarbapale.
We always surrender to you, God. You're the destroyer of all. In an instant, you can cause a disaster. You can cause death without giving anyone's permission. And in a minute, you can create. God, you're the death of all beings, as well as the caretaker, the provider for all.
Namastas deva.
God, we bow to you. You are worthy of worship. You are the God of all gods. You're the form of great light, God. You are Deve. Only you are worthy of our bowing.
Namastang apeva.
And God, no one can know your secrets. Peve, Ped, secrets. No one can know your deep mysteries, God.
Namastang ajanme.
You were not born like other beings. No one can know your birth, God.
Namastang sobanme.
Subanme, you are of the most beautiful color, God. You are more beautiful than anyone. That is your great mystery.
Namastas deva. Namastang apeva. Namastang ajanme. नमस्तंग सुबन में.
We bow to you, God. You are most worthy of worship, the form of all light. We bow to you because no one can know your secrets. We bow to you because you're not born like us. And we bow to you because you are the most beautiful of all beings.
नमो सर्वगौने.
Gaun comes from the word gaman, which means reach. We bow to you, God, because you can reach all. You know the secrets of all.
नमो सर्वपौने.
And God, you are present in all of the worlds.
नमो सर्वरंगे.
God, you are in all colors. You give praise in all colors.
नमो सर्वपंगे.
And you could destroy all. So God is apange, as we said before, but God is also sarapange. God cannot be destroyed, but if God wants, in a second, God can destroy everyone. For that reason, we bow to you, God.
नमो सर्वगौने. नमो सर्वपौने. नमो सर्वरंगे. नमो सर्वपंगे.
God, we bow to you. You can reach all. You know the secrets of every being's heart, from the small ant to the huge elephant. All colors, all places, on earth and on your infinite other universes and in your infinite other planets. All beings, wind, water, fire, everything you made, you can reach it, and you know all their pains and all their secrets. God, we bow to you because you are present in all these worlds you make. God, we bow to you because you are present in all colors and give praise in all. And we bow to you, God, because you can destroy all.
नमो काल काले.
So here we see the word Kal and then Kale. God, you are the death of death. You are the one who can finish death if you wanted to. For that reason, we bow to you.
नमस्तस्त दयाले.
The word Namastas again means God, may all bow to you because you are Deyale. So may all beings always bow to you and surrender to you. Why? Because you are love. You are compassion. We have a thirst for love. We have a thirst for your compassion, God, whether we know it or not. For that reason, may all bow to you and seek your compassion. Because, God, we are so lonely, and you are the giver of all compassion.
नमस्तंग अबरने.
God, we bow to you. You have no one color.
नमस्तंग अमरने.
Marna means to die. We bow to you, God, because you are free from death.
नमो काल काले. नमस्तस्त दयाले. नमस्तंग अबरने. नमस्तंग अमरने.
Oh God, we bow to you because you can finish death. May all bow to your compassion always, because you are the house of compassion. We bow to you, God, because you have no one color, and even though you can destroy death, you yourself are amanne, you are free from death.
नमस्तंग जरारंग.
God, we bow to you, because Arang means enemy, so Jararang means the enemy of old age, which means, God, you never grow old. You are always fresh, always young and new, just like relationships. Sometimes people say you can grow out of love, or you can get bored, or you can get a form of ennui. Like if you try a drug or something else, you get a thrill for a while, but afterwards, it just grows old. But God, you can never grow old or bitter. Your devotee can never be tired of growing in love with you, because you are always young and always infinite.
नमस्तंग करतारंग.
Kartar, creator. We bow to you, God. You are the creator of all.
नमो सर्वतंदे.
God, we bow to you because all of the affairs of the world, you yourself take care of them and manage them.
नमो सत अबंधे.
And we bow to you, God. You are Sat. The word Sat means always existent. God, you are always existent. For that reason, we bow down to you.
नमस्तंग जरारंग. नमस्तंग करतारंग. नमो सर्वतंदे. नमो सत अबंधे.
We bow to you, God. You will never grow old. You're the enemy of old age. We bow to you. You're the creator of all. We bow to you. You take care of the world's affairs. And we bow to you because you are forever existent.
नमस्तंग निरसाके.
Sak. The word Sak means attachment. We bow to you, God, because you have no attachment. Even though you made all of us, you are not in the attachment that we humans burn with. You are not attached to material things.
नमस्तंग निर्बाके.
The word Bak is a Farsi word or a Persian word, and the word Bak means fear. But God, you have no fear. You are Nirbake.
नमस्तंग रहीमे.
Rahim, mercy. We bow to you, God, because you give mercy to all.
Namastan Karime.
And Kareem, blessing. What we call bakshish in Punjabi. We bow to you, God, because you give your blessings to all.
Namastan Nirsake. Namastan Nirbake. Namastan Rahime. Namastan Karime.
God, we bow to you. You are not attached to all. God, we bow to you. You have no fear. God, we bow to you. You have no attachment, no fear. You give mercy to all, and you give blessings to all beings. So you love everyone, but you are not attached. Like we humans, we tend to get attached with the body, and when the body breaks, we are scared. But God, you are free from falling into attachment.
Namastan Anante.
God, we bow to you. You are unant. The word ant means limits, but God, you have no limits. So we bow to you because you are limitless.
Namastan Mahante.
Mahant, great. We bow to you, God. You are the greatest of all, beyond all limits.
Namastas Rage.
Rag, the word rag means love. We bow to you, God. Why? Because your form is love. You are love. You love all, period. No questions asked. No need for a ritual to earn your love. No need to fast to earn your love. No need to be a certain way. Good or bad, you love us. Everyone who comes to you, God, you love us. Unconditionally, God. No matter what religion we are. No matter what caste we are, what color we are, where we live. God, it is your nature to love. Anyone who comes to you, Christian, Muslim, Jew, good or bad, even sinners and murderers, God, you love anyone who calls out for you, God. Your form is beautiful love.
Namastan Sohage.
Suhag means brilliance, great light, great glory. God, we bow to you because you have the greatest pratap, the greatest glory and brilliance.
Namastan Anante. Namastan Mahante. Namastan Sarage. Namastan Sohage.
We always bow to you because you're limitless, God. You are infinite. You are Mahante, the greatest of all. And you are love. You are infinite love, never-ending love. And God, you are the greatest brilliance. This loving form of yours, this only form of love, it is so great, so powerful, so strong, and so brilliant in every direction, infinitely. For that reason, we bow to you, God.
Namo Sarva Sokhang.
Sok means to dry. We bow to you, God, because you can dry everything, make it dry up and die in a moment.
Namo Sarva Pokhang.
And you can raise all too, God, so we bow to you.
Namo Sarva Karta.
We bow to you, God, because you are the creator of all.
Namo Sarva Harta.
And God, we bow to you because you can destroy all.
Namo Sarva Sokhang. Namo Sarva Pokhang. Namo Sarva Karta. Namo Sarva Harta.
We bow to you, God, because you can cause all to dry like a drought. And we bow to you, God, because you can create all. You can create life in an instant from water or from whatever you wanted. God, we bow to you because you're the creator of all and the destroyer of all. In a minute, God can make new life come from bacteria, from cells. How many cells reproduce in a second? How many secrets of God can we not know? And God, you are the Harta. You can destroy all. Look at recently, we just had an earthquake, a great earthquake in Japan with so many deaths. In a second, God can cause an earthquake, a storm, a tsunami. God can destroy everything God made in an instant. So for that reason, God, we bow to you.
Namo Yoga Yogi.
The word Jog means yogi, unattached from the world. God, we bow to you because you're alone, you're unique and unattached.
Namo Poga Poge.
The word Bogi means enjoyer of pleasures. At the same time, we bow to you. You are within all, and you enjoy all pleasures.
Namo Sarva Dyale.
We bow to you, God, because you are merciful upon all. All beings get your mercy.
Namo Sarva Pale.
And we bow to you, God, because you care for all beings.
Namo Yoga Yogi. Namo Poga Poge. Namo Sarva Dyale. Namo Sarva Pale.
We bow to you, God. You are the yogis of yogis, the family man of family man, the enjoyers of enjoyers. God, you're everything. We bow to you, God, because you love all, and we bow to you because you care for all, always.
चाचरी छंद तव प्रसाद.
The name of the measure is Chachari Shand, by your grace, God.
अरूप हैं, अनूप हैं, अजू हैं, अपू हैं.
God, you have no form, and you have no one who is equal to you. God, you are non-moving, you are ever steady, like a mountain. And God, you are not born.
अलेख हैं, अपेख हैं, अनाम हैं, अकाम हैं.
God, no one can make your photo, and you have no special clothes, no one name, and you have no desire that can move you. So God, you're not like us. Because of that reason, no one can fathom you. They can't make a photo of you, and they can't give you a name.
अधे हैं, अपे हैं, अजीत हैं, अपीत हैं.
The word te means to be meditated upon. God, you are a te. No one can fathom you in their imagination, no matter how much they meditate on you. They can merge with you, but they cannot know what you are like. God, you are a pe. Your secrets cannot be known. You are unconquerable, and you have no fear, no peet. So no one can find your secrets by meditating on you. They cannot be known. You are unconquerable and fearless, Lord.
त्रिमान है, निदान है, त्रिवर्ग हैं, असर्ग हैं.
God, all of the beings of all the three worlds meditate on you. You are Nidan, the treasure of all good qualities. God, you are Tribar. You have the three treasures, Dharam, desire, and money. All of them exist in you, and you are a Sarg. No one can make or raise you. All worship you. You're the treasure of all, and no one can make you, God.
अनिल हैं, अनाद हैं, अजय हैं, आजाद हैं.
You are Anil. You are Anil, breath. All live on your support. You're the breath of all. No one knows your beginning, God. You have no beginning. You are Anad. God, you are unconquerable, and you are Zad. What does that mean? The word Ad means root of all, and the word Aj means Ajanam, or free from birth. So God, you are the beginning of all, but you yourself are free from birth. So God, all live on your support. No one knows your beginning. You're unconquerable, and you are the root of all, but you have no birth, no root.
अजन्म हैं, अवर्ण हैं, अपूत हैं, अपर्ण हैं.
God, you are not born. You are free from caste and species. You are free from the 5 elements which made creation, and you do not depend on anyone to make you or raise you.
अगंज हैं, अपंज हैं, अचूज हैं, अचंज हैं.
God, no one can win you. You are a gunj. You are a bunge. No one can break you. God, you are a juj. No one can fight with you. No one can argue with you. How could they? You created all, and you are a junj. You are free from all fights, all jagre. No one can actually have an argument with you or a fight with you, God. You're greater than all of that.
अमीक हैं, रफीक हैं, अतंद हैं, अबंद हैं.
God, you are an unfathomable, great ocean, beyond all, a meek. You are Rafiq. Rafiq means great friend, or companion of the soul. God, you are the companion of all souls. No problem of the world can waver you. You are Adand, and you are Abund. You cannot be stuck in the holds of anyone. You cannot be stuck in the material world, in Maya.
निर्बूज हैं, असूज हैं, अकाल हैं, अजाल हैं.
You are Nirbhuj, God. Bhuj means understanding, Bhujna. But you are Nirbhuj. You cannot be understood. No one can know your secrets. You are beyond Suj. Suj also means understanding. You are beyond the understanding of a human's mind. God, you are free from death, and you are free from Jal. Or Jal also means bandhan. It means fetters. What fetters? The chains, the fetters of Maya, the things that bind us human beings, life, death, all those things. God, not only are you a Kal, but you're also a Jal. You're free from death, and you're free from the different holds of life.
अल्लाह हैं, अजा हैं, अनंत हैं, महंत हैं.
Allah, the word La means lab or place. God, no one can find you in one place. You are beyond a certain place. You are a Ja, you have no place. God, you are limitless, Anant, and you are greater than the great.
अलीक हैं, निर्श्रीक हैं, निर्लंब हैं, असंभ हैं.
God, no one can draw a line to find your limits. You are Leek, you are Nasrik, you have no attachment. You are Nilam, You do not need support. You are Nid and Alam support. But God, you need no support to make you stand. And God, you are Sayambhav. You are beyond the limits of thoughts, God. You are beyond all limits. You are ever standing, ever free, independent by yourself, beyond all limits, God.
अगम है, अजम है, अपूत है, अछूत है.
You are Agam. You are beyond reach. Even though earlier we said Namo Sarvgane, you yourself cannot be reached. You yourself are Agam. You're beyond reach. You're Ajanm. You're beyond birth. You're beyond the 5 elements. For these beings of the 5 elements, you cannot be broken, God. That's what you are. You're beyond reach, beyond all birth, and beyond everything.
अलोक है, अशोक है, अकर्म है, अपरम है.
God, no one can see you with these eyes, and no worry can move you. No ritual can win you, and you are free from all superstition. Why should you worry, and why should we worry? We too should be worry-free and free from superstition, because we should know that you always do good, and it is you in the form of your great hukam, which makes this world run.
अजीत है, अपीत है, अबा है, अगा है.
No one can win you, God. You're fearless. You're like a mountain that cannot move, and you're like an ocean which cannot be fathomed.
अमान है, निदान है, अनेक है, फिर एक है.
The word Aman, mop. God, you cannot be measured. You are beyond measurement. You're the treasure house of all. God, you are a Nik. You have so many forms. This whole world is your form. Yet still, you are one. Fir ek hai. You are only one Lord. There's no parallel. None of these forms could be as great as the one true original Lord. So you're unique, yet you still pervade every place. The name of this measure is Bujang Prayachan, and some people have said that it sounds like a snake moving through the jungle.
नमो सर्व मान्य.
God, all beings bow down to you. Mane means worship. All of them worship you.
समस्ति निदान्य.
Samasti of all. You are the treasure house of all virtue.
नमो देव देवे.
God, you are the God of all gods. We bow to you.
अपेक्षी अपेवे.
Bev. God, you have no costume, and no one can know your secrets.
नमो सर्व मान्य, समस्ति निदान्य. नमो देव देवे, अपेक्षी अपेवे.
We bow to you, God. All beings worship you. We bow to you, the treasure house of all virtue. You are the God of all gods. We bow to you, and we bow to you. You have no certain dress, and no one can know your secrets.
नमो काल काले.
We bow to you, God. You can kill and finish death.
नमो सर्व पाले.
We bow to you, God. You protect all beings.
नमो सर्व गौणे.
We bow to you, God. You reach all beings. Your government is to all.
नमो सर्व पौणे.
And we bow to you. You reach all worlds.
नमो काल काले. नमो सर्व पाले. नमो सर्व गौणे. नमो सर्व पौणे.
We bow to you, God, because you can destroy death, protect all beings, you reach all, and you exist everywhere.
अनंगी अनाथे.
Ang means body part. God, you have no body parts. Nath means master. And there is no master over you, God. You're anate.
नरसंगी परमाथे.
Sang means companion or equal. You have no equal, and parmathe means destroyer.
नमो पान पाने.
The word pan means son. Pan pane, God, you are the son of all sons, or you give out a great energy, Jalal. You give out great brilliance. You are the son of all sons, and everyone worships you.
नमो मान माने.
Manya means a respectable yogi. God, even the most respectable of yogis worship you. You are the greatest of all yogis.
अनंगी अनाथे. नरसंगी परमाथे. नमो पान पाने. नमो मान माने.
God, you have no body parts, no master. No one can equal you. You can destroy all, God. And God, you are the son of all sons, the brilliance of all brilliance. And God, you are the most respectable of all yogis. All the most respectable yogis worship you.
नमो चंद्र चंद्रे.
God, you are the moon of all moons. You are Jamal, the cooling energy of the moon.
नमो पान पाने.
And God, you are the son of all sons. You are Jalal. You are the light of the suns. The king of Jamal and Jalal, these two energies, the cooling energy and the brilliance energy. You're the one who gives light to the sun and to the moon, God. You control all. You're the home of great passion as well as the home of great peace.
Namo Gita Gite.
Geet, song. God, you are a beautiful song, the song of all songs. You attach all to your beautiful rhythm.
Namo Tana Tane.
Tan, beat. God, you are the most heart-pulling, the most attaching, the most enticing of all beats. You attach the whole world to yourself, and you allure and steal the hearts of all of creation.
Namo Chandra Chandre. Namo Pan Pane. Namo Gita Gite. Namo Tan Tane.
O Lord, you are the home of all peace. You're the home of all Jamal. You're the moon of moons. God, you're the home of all passion, the light of all lights. You are a beautiful song, and you are a beautiful beat. You pull the hearts of all. You beat in everyone's heart, God.
Namo Nritra Nirte.
God, you are a dance, the most beautiful of all dances.
Namo Nada Nade.
You're the nad, the sound current of all sound currents.
Namo Pana Pane.
God, you are a huge drummer who entices all hearts, and you play your beat.
Namo Bada Bade.
Bad comes from the word wad, vajana, to play. And God, you play your beat, and the whole drama, the whole festival, the whole what we call in Punjabi Mela, the whole festival of this world starts when you play your beat. You entice all hearts. This whole world, God, is your play. This world is your play. You exist in all bodies. You enjoy all. And that pleasure when the soul merges with God, that's a great pleasure. That too is part of your play. You beat your drum like a drummer, and this whole world drama starts.
Namo Nrit Nrite. Namo Nada Nade. Namo Pan Pane. Namo Bad Bade.
God, you're the most beautiful dance, the sound of all sounds. You're a great drummer. You beat your drum, and the drama of this world begins.
Anangi Aname.
You have no angs, no body parts, and no name.
Samasti Sarupe.
At the same time, samasti means all, and sarup means form. Even though you are formless, all of creation is your form.
Parpangi Parmathe.
God, you cause great destruction. You're a storm, God. So you're like a tornado. You can cause destruction in an instant, like a hurricane.
Samasti Bepute.
And God, all of us beings, samasti means all. Vipute is a siddhi, or a spiritual power. It means miracles and powers, special yogic powers. And God, you are the home of all these powers. All these powers bow before you.
Anangi Anathe. Samasti Sarupe. Parpangi Parmathe. Samasti Bepute.
God, you have no body, no name, but every being's body is your body, and everything is your form. God, you can cause great destruction like a hurricane. You cause destruction to all, and you are the home of all miraculous powers. All the 8 siddhs are in your home, God.
Kalankang Bina.
God, you are without stain. Kalankang means stain, but you are without kalank.
Nekalanki Sarupe.
And your form is without stain. Sarup means form. And ne kalanki, we have the word ne, which means no. So your form is most pure.
Namo Raj Rajeswaram Parmarupe.
Raj. Raj means king. Raj and Iswaram. That means the king of all kings. God, you are the king of all kings. We bow to you. Param means highest, and Rup means form. So your form is the highest.
Kalankang Bina. Nekalanki Sarupe. Namo Raj Rajeswaram Parmarupe.
We bow to you, God. You are most pure, without stain. You're the king of all kings, and your form is highest of all.
Namo Jog Jogeswaram Parmasiddhe.
God, you're the yogi of all, the king of all yogis, Yog and Iswaram. You are the Siddh. Now the word here, Siddh, means pure soul. Now we have 2 different words. And once again, in Gurbani, every single letter or akkar is important. So God, you are the biggest Siddh. You are the biggest pure soul of all. Now we must know the difference between Siddh and Siddha. They are 2 different words. One with a sihari or an I, which means strength of the soul, and one without any other letters, which means one who has mastered all of yoga.
नमो राज राजेश्वरं परम वृद्धे.
God, we bow to you. You are the king of all kings, and you are the biggest ruler of all. Para means highest, and Briddhe means ruler.
नमो जोग जोगेश्वरं परम सिद्धे. नमो राज राजेश्वरं परम वृद्धे.
God, we bow to you. You're the yogis of all yogis, the Siddh of all Siddhs. You're the biggest king of kings, and you are the ruler of all rulers.
नमो शस्त्र पाणे.
God, we bow to you. In your hand you have weapons. The word shastra refers to weapons, which you can control with your hand, meaning a sword or a gun or a shield. All those things are shastra. So God, we bow to you. In your hand you hold all the weapons, meaning God, you're the great protector of all. And God, all the great skills are in your hand. In some place, you're the form of a warrior, God.
नमो अस्त्र माणे.
God, we bow to you. Not only do you hold shastra in your hand, but you hold ashtar. Ashtar are weapons, which are like arrows, which you can throw. So God, we bow to you. You are the controller of shastra and ashtar. All great mastery of weapons is in your hand, God.
नमो परम ज्ञाता.
Gyata means know. So God, you know the hearts of all nicely. We bow to you for that reason.
नमो लोक माता.
We bow to you, God, because you know the hearts of all. Mata means mother. God, you are the mother of all people. You love all like a mother. You're the mother of all. You protect all. So God, this is your form. You can destroy all in a moment. You're the shooter of all weapons, controller of all swords. But at the same time, God, you're a loving mother.
नमो शस्त्र पाणे. नमो अस्त्र माणे. नमो परम ज्ञाता. नमो लोक माता.
God, we bow to you. You control all weapons, all handheld weapons in your hand, and you control all other weapons, like arrows and bombs that you throw. All those you control. God, we bow to you because you know every heart nicely. You always do good for all, because you, God, like a mother, love the world.
अपेक्षी अपरमी.
God, you have no clothes and no superstition.
अपोगी अपोगते.
God, at the same time, you are free from chasing pleasures. You are apogi, so you are within all, and you enjoy the pleasures of this world. But you are not like a human. You are free from having that thirst and going around and looking for different things, drugs, sex, all these things to tame your pleasure. God, you're free from that, and you're apogte. The word pogte means one who chases pleasures and ruins their body. But God, you do not chase pleasures and ruin your eternalness by chasing pleasures like humans do. So you are apogte.
नमो जोग जोगेश्वरं परम जोगते.
And for that reason, you are the yogi of yogis. And also for this reason, the reason that you are within all, but you do not ruin your purity, your pureness, God, by chasing after treasure. Para means highest. Jugte means jugti, or way of yoga. So for that reason that you are unattached, but you enjoy all, your way of yoga is the highest.
अपेक्षी अपरमी अपोगी अपोगते. नमो जोग जोगेश्वरं परम जुगते.
You have no clothes, God. You have no clothes, no superstition. You are free from chasing pleasures, and you do not ruin yourself in wantonness and hedonism like we do by chasing pleasures. You are the yogi of all yogis, God. And God, you have the highest way because you are unattached, yet enjoying within all.
नमो नित नारायण क्रूर कर्मे.
The word Narayan is used to refer to a rupa of the god Vishnu, and that means one who always protects all. But God, there is no Narayan. There is no separate form or separate force. You yourself, God, are the only protector of all. You are the protector of all. The word Krur means strong heart. Your heart is the strongest of all, the most powerful of all. And Karme means workings. So God, your workings are strong-hearted.
नमो प्रेत अप्रेत देवे सोधर्मे.
God, why are you strong-hearted? And why are you Narayana, the protector of all? Because pret, the word pret and the word apret means good and bad souls. Pret is referring to like bad souls, and apret means good souls. And God, good and bad souls, those who are good and those who are bad, you do good for all because you're Deve Sutarme. Sutaram means one who cares for his family. But God, you are the caretaker. All, Pret and Apret, both of them, the good and bad, are your family. And you are Sutarme. You care for all of them. You care for everyone, even if someone is nasty or shows animosity towards you, God. You will never hesitate in doing what is best for them. You give us pain and pleasure, but this is your beauty. These are your gifts. You care for the world so perfectly. For that reason, you are the greatest Sutarme. You are the greatest Narayan, and your heart is strong. You have a krur heart, and your karme, your doings are so good.
Namo Nit Narayane Krur Karme Namo Pret Apret Deve Sotarme.
God, we bow to you. You are the protector of all, like Narayan. You are strong-hearted. You can destroy all too. God, we bow to you because you care for good and bad souls, and all are your form. You are the great Sutaram, or the great family man. You care for all, good and bad.
Namo Roga Harta.
We bow to you, God. Rog means disease. Harta means destroy. You can destroy all disease.
Namo Raga Rupe.
Rag means love. Roop means form. We bow to you, God, because your form, your very form, is great love. You love all people, all beings, all animals, all faiths, all religions, the good and bad. You love us all.
Namo Shah Shahang.
You are the king of all, the Shah of all.
Namo Pupa Pupe.
You are the king of all kings, the ruler of all rulers.
Namo Roga Harta. Namo Raga Rupe. Namo Shah Shahang. Namo Pupa Pupe.
God, you're the destroyer of diseases. We bow to you. We bow to you, God. You're the form of all love. You're the king of kings and the leader of all leaders.
Namo Dana Dane.
Dan means giver. God, you are the big-hearted giver. You give to all. We bow to you.
Namo Mana Mane.
All worship you, God, and respect you. Man means to worship and respect. We bow to you, who all beings worship and respect.
Namo Roga Rogi.
We bow to you. You are the disease of disease, the killer of all disease.
Namastang Shanane.
Ishnadin. So, in the old days, and even today, if people got sick, they would take an idol and they would bathe it. And they would say, God, they would say that this idol, by bathing this idol and worshipping it, all our disease will go away. But no, God, only you have the power to cure disease. Only you are the Ashnan. Only you, one eternal Lord, can give and take disease. So you are the true cure of all diseases, and not an idol.
Namo Dana Dane. Namo Mana Mane. Namo Roga Roge. Namastang Shanane.
We bow to you, God. You are the giver of all givers, God. We bow to you. All worship you. We bow to you, God. You are the most honored. God, you can destroy all disease, and you are the true Ishanam. So you are the only destroyer of disease, not bathing an idol.
Namo Mantra Mantrang.
God, we bow to you alone. So in the old days, people would try to please their object of worship. Object of worship is an isht, and people would try to please this object of worship in 3 ways. The first way is by making a mantra. What would happen is, according to the workings of that god or goddess, that statue, they would speak some words over and over again in a line. Like they would say, "O goddess of elephants, you are so great. O goddess of elephants, you protect all." So they would say something like that in their language, and they would say it over and over, and we would call this a mantra.
Namo Jantra Jantrang.
And the second way they would please their object of worship is they would do something called a jantar. What a jantar is that they would write some numbers and letters on a piece of paper, and they would use these letters to make a connection with their god or goddess or their object of worship, and they would keep this with them everywhere. This is called a jantar.
Namo Ishti Ishti.
Now, Isht means beloved object of worship.
Namo Tantra Tantrang.
And the word tantar is the third way that people would please their ish, or their object of worship. And what they would do is they would do different rituals. They would offer milk at graves. They would give certain donations. They would do these things to please their object of worship. So this is called a tantar. But here Guruji tells us that the one Lord who is above the heads of all, that root of all, alone is the object of worship. And that Lord, that Naam, that Lord is himself the greatest mantra, the greatest jantar, and the greatest tantar. God is the greatest formula. The greatest act of worship is worship of that one Lord alone. And God is Ish Ishe. God is the greatest Ish, the greatest thing that could be worshipped.
Namo mantra mantrang, namo jantra jantrang, namo veshte eshte, namo tantra tantrang.
God, I bow to you alone. My bowing to you and meditating on you, this is for me the greatest mantra, the greatest formula. God, this is for me the jantar, or the greatest connection to you, God, by bowing to you and worshipping the Naam. God, you are the greatest Isht, the object of worship, the beloved Devta. The greatest thing is you, God, you Ek Oankar, you one God alone. And God, you are the greatest of all tantras. You are the greatest of all donations. Bowing to you, surrendering to your will, is the greatest of all different acts and rituals we can do.
Sada Satchidanand Sarvang Parnasi.
The word Satchidanand is made up of three parts: Sach, Chit, and Anand. The word Sach means truly existent forever. The word Chit means intelligence, great wisdom, and the word Anand means joy. So Sada means forever, God. Sada Sach, you are forever the existent one. You are the form of all intelligence and the form of all happiness and joy. Sarvang Parnasi, you are the destroyer of all as well.
Anupe Arupe Samastul Nivasi.
No one is equal to your form. No one can ever be parallel to it. Samastal means all, Nivasi means live. So you live in all.
Sada Satchidanand Sarvang Parnasi. Anupe Arupe Samastul Nivasi.
God, you are forever the source of all intelligence, happiness, and joy, the existent one. God, you destroy all. No one can equal your form, and you are present in all beings.
Sada Siddha Buddha Bridkarta.
God, you are always the giver of all, the soul's strength. The word Da means giver, and the word Siddh. Here we have the word Siddh with the Sehari, or the I sound. So this means Siddhi, or strength of the soul, one of which there are 8. So God, you are the giver of all of our soul's strength. And God, you are the giver of all Buddh. The word Buddh means intelligence. It means wisdom and sense. And Bird, the word Bird means progress or effort. And Karta means creator or the one who does. So God, you are the giver of all the soul strength, the giver of all knowledge, and the giver of all progress.
Ado Urd Ardhang Aghang Ogharta.
The word Ado means the worlds below us, or the nether worlds. The word Urd means upwards, or in the heavens. And the word Ardhang means in between, or in the middle. So in all directions, above, below, and in the middle. Agang. Agang comes from the word Ag, which means sin, or what we call in Punjabi, Paap. All bad things, all evil sins. Og means infinite, without count, immeasurable. And Harta means the one who stops. So this means God, above, below, and in between. You are the destroyer of all sins. We humans are so sinful. How can we be pure? God, when we come to you, this is your nature. You purify us and bring out the brilliance of our soul which is your form. When we sinners go to you, God, you love us, and you clean us of our sins in your loving way. That is your nature, God. You clean and destroy sins. Gurbani tells us that God's very nature is to love all who come to him, and God takes care of them, makes them his own. He gives them virtue, and by giving us pain and pleasure within your will, God, you destroy our sins. Your Naam destroys all sins, so you are the destroyer of all sins.
सदा सिद्धदा बुद्धदा वृद्ध करता अधो उर्ध अर्धं अगं ओग हरता.
God, you're the giver of all of our soul strength, all of our intelligence, and all of our progress. Above, below, and in the middle, God, you destroy infinite sins.
परं परम परमेश्वरं प्रोच पालं.
O Lord, you are the greatest owner of all. Param Param. God, you are Param Ishwar, the biggest king. Param means biggest, Ishwar means king or ruler. And God, you are Prosh Palam. Prosh means beyond the eyes of human. Beyond the eyes of humans. We cannot see you, but you are Palam. Still, even though we cannot see you with our eyes, you still take care of all.
सदा सर्वदा सिद्ध दाता दयालं.
And God, forever and ever, you are the giver of all of our soul strength, and you are the Data Deyalang. Data means giver. The word Deyalang means you are forever the home, the giver of all mercy.
परम परम परमेश्वरं प्रोच पालं. सदा सर्वदा सिद्ध दाता दयालं.
God, forever and ever, you are the biggest ruler of all. Beyond our eyes, you take care of all of us, so you're within all, but we cannot see you. God, you are forever and ever the giver of all our soul strength, all our spirituality, all our spiritual strength, and you are the house of all mercy.
अच्छेदी अपेदी अनामं अकामं.
You are Ached. Ched means break, but God, you cannot be broken. You are Abedi. No one can smash you. You have no name and no desire.
समस्त पराजय समस्त स्तमं.
The word Baraji comes from the word Braja, which means victory. God, you cause victory to all. And God, Tamang, home. The word Tamang means home. You are the home of all, and all beings is your home.
अच्छेदी अपेदी अनामं अकामं. समस्त पराजय समस्त स्तमं.
God, you are unbreakable. No one can break you. No one can smash or hurt you. You have no one name and no desire. You cause victory to all, and in all is your home.
तेरा जोर चाचरी छंद.
The name of this measure is Tera Jor, Chachri Shand.
जले हैं थले हैं अपीत हैं अपे हैं.
God, you are in the water and the land. You exist everywhere fearlessly. You are not afraid of anyone, and no one can know your secrets.
प्रभु हैं अजू हैं आदेश हैं अपेश हैं.
The word Pu means to exist, and the word Prabhu means to be strong and give orders. So God, you are forever existent as a great hukam, the great master of all. No one can move you, God. You have no country and no outfit.
पुजांग पर्यात छंद अगाधे अबाधे आनंदे स्वरूपे.
God, you are ungraspable, limitless. You are a God. And God, you are unstoppable. At the same time, Anand means all bliss. Your form is the form of great bliss, great blissful love.
नमो सर्वमान्य
But I bow to you, God. All worship and salute you.
समस्ति निधान्य.
You are the treasure house of all virtue.
नमस्तं निर्नाथे नमस्तं परमाथे.
God, we bow to you. You have no master. Nirnate means without nath, without a master. No one can order you around, and you are Parmate, the destroyer of all.
नमस्तं अगंजे नमस्तं अपंजे.
We bow to you, God. No one can conquer you, and no one can break you.
नमस्तं अकाले नमस्तं अपाले.
God, we bow to you. You cannot die. You are beyond Kal. And Pal, you are also beyond Palna. No one needs to take care of you or protect you, God.
नमो सर्वदेशे नमो सर्वपेशे.
We bow to you, God. You are present in all countries, and we bow to you because Sarabese, all clothes are your clothes, all forms are your forms, all ethnicities, all costumes, God, are your costume.
नमो राज राज्य नमो साज साजे.
We bow to you, God. You are the King of all kings. We bow to you. You are the creator of all of creation.
नमो शाह शाहे नमो माह माहे.
We bow to you, God. You are the King of all kings. The word Mahe means moon. You are the moon of all moons, or you are the giver of all tranquility, of all Jamal, or of all peaceful serenity.
Namo Gita Gite, Namo Prita Prite.
The word Geet means song, and Preet means love. So God, you are the song of all songs, and you are the love of all loves. You are the pure love, the love which can never be polluted or broken, the love which will live on, even after the body dies, the love that can never be destroyed, the love which is always there in good and bad. You are that love.
Namo Rokha Rokhe, Namo Sokha Sokhe.
Rok means anger. God, you are a great passion, the passion of all passions, the anger of all angers, but God only does good. Remember, God has no hate. So God, you are the greatest passion, the greatest passionate energy, the anger of all angers, and Sokhe. God, if you wanted to, you can cause this world to dry. You can cause a drought upon all in an instant if it is your will and if you think it is good.
Namo Sarva Roge, Namo Sarva Poge.
God, you are the cause of disease and death to all, and God, you also sit in all souls and enjoy.
Namo Sarva Jetang, Namo Sarva Petang.
God, you are the winner of all, and all are scared of you, meaning all live in your fear. Wind, water, these things are in God's fear. What does God's fear mean? It doesn't mean that God's a tyrant, because we have established that God is all love, and God only does good to all, even if we think we are evil. So God is not a tyrant. So what does it mean, fear God? If we read Gurbani, and one thing, we must always understand the Bani of Guru Granth Sahib before understanding the Bani of Guru Gobind Singh. If we read Guru Granth Sahib, it teaches us that everything in this world is within God's fear. Everything is within God's hukam, God's command. Gravity, the wind, fire, rain, all these things are in God's laws. These laws are God's form, or called the hukam. So because of that, we call this hukam, we call it being in fear or surrenderance to God. So everything is in surrenderance to that Lord. That Lord is the winner of all.
Namo Sarva Jnanang, Namo Parmatanang.
God, we bow to you because you have knowledge of the hearts of all beings. And God, we bow to you because your form is the form of the universe. Your expanse is great.
Namo Sarva Mantrang, Namo Sarva Jantrang.
God, you, the Nam, you are the greatest mantra, the greatest formula we can say to please you is when we bow to you. And God, you are the greatest jantar. You keep all in your power. People do jantars, as we said earlier, to keep God in their power. A jantar, again, is a piece of paper with a formula that in the old days people would believe kept a stone god or goddess in their power. But God, you are the greatest jantar, because you keep us beings in your power.
Namo Sarva Drisham, Namo Sarva Krisham.
God, you see all, you care for all, and Krisam, you pull all towards you. So for that reason that you pull out, for that reason that you care for all, and you pull all towards you, we bow to you.
Namo Sarva Range, Tarpangi Anange.
We bow to you, God. You are in all colors. You are in all colors. And we bow to you, God. You are the destroyer of the three worlds, but you have no body parts.
Namo Jiva Jivam, Namo Bija Bija.
Jeev means soul and Bij means seeds. God, you are the soul of all souls, and you are the seed of all, the seed that created the universe, the particle.
Akhijje, Apijje, Samastang Parsijje.
God, you are a Kijje. The word Kij means to strike down and hit. But God, no one can strike you down, and you are a Bijje. No one can understand you. Samastang means everyone, and Prasijje means happy. So God, you make all people happy. No one can strike you down. You're the seed of all, and you make all happy, and no one can ever understand you.
Kirpalang Sarupe, Kokarmang Paranasi.
God, you are the house of all mercy, and that is your form. And bad works, Kukarmang, you destroy all bad things.
Sada Sarvada रिद्ध सिद्ध निवासी.
And forever, to all, you are always the home of all the rids, or all the miracles, all the different strength of the souls, all the different siddhs, or the strength of the soul. So all the rid siddh, all of the miracles and strengths of our soul, God, forever and ever, you are the home of all these things, and you live within all.
Charpat Chand Tav Prasad.
The name of this measure is Charpat Chand, and it is by your grace, God, that we write it.
Amrit Karme.
The word mrit means die. Anmrit means undying. So God, your karme, or your workings, are all everlasting.
Amrit Tarme.
Abrit means unchecked, and Tarme means law. So God, your law, your different rules of the universe are unchecked. The way you keep everything in harmony and equilibrium, no other force can stop it, God, you alone.
Akhal Joge Achal Poge.
Akal means all. God, you are merged within all. God, you are merged within all. Everyone is imbued with you. You are in every particle of creation. The word Pog means government. The word Achal means everlasting. So God, your government, your laws of the universe, your laws of equilibrium, your homeostasis, all of this is always everlasting, ever stable, always ever content and ever going.
Achal Rajye Atal Sajye.
God, your kingdom is permanent, and your Sajya, your creation too, is permanent.
Akhal Tarmang Alakh Karmang.
Akal Dharmang. Akal means no deficiency, no mistake. So God, in your dharma, or in your laws that run the universe, laws of inertia and gravity, there's no mistake in these laws. Laws of every action having a reaction, laws of karma, all these laws, God, there's no mistake in any of them. God, your laws are permanent, and alak, the word alak, means beyond understanding or beyond reach. So God, even though your law is permanent, the secrets of your karma cannot be known. They are beyond our reach. The secrets of your workings, God, your permanent creation, your beautiful laws of nature, the way you keep everything in homeostasis and equilibrium, these cannot be known.
Sarvang Data, Sarvang Gyata.
God, you are the giver of all, and you are the knower of all hearts.
Sarvang Panne, Sarvang Manne.
God, you are like the sun, you give light and brilliance to all, and all worship you, man, worship.
Sarvang Pranang, Sarvang Tranang.
God, you are the breath of all life. Pran, the word pran means life, so you are the life of all, the support of all, and you are the tran, the asra, the support, the very foundation of all beings.
Sarvang Pogta, Sarvang Jogta.
The word pukta here means one who gives the command. God, you are the hukam. Through your laws, which are your form, you run this world. And you are jukta. The word jukta means one who is merged in all, like waves in water, God. You are merged in all of creation. You are imbued in every atom of this world, every cell.
Sarvang Devang, Sarvang Pevang.
God, you are the most worthy of worship, the biggest Dev, and God, you know the secrets of all hearts.
Sarvang Kale, Sarvang Pale.
And God, you destroy all and you care for all. So here Guru Sahib describes God as being a great group of laws, or a great hukam that runs this universe and cares for all. A great hukam with laws like gravity, inertia, the laws of karma. What is karma? Karma means every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and we humans are bound by these laws. Everyone is in God's sphere. Everything is bound by God's laws. God, who is all-loving, like a mother to all. No one can know the secrets of that God, but we watch God's perfect nature keep not only our earth, but our whole universe, and every universe in perfect harmony in every place, sometimes creating, sometimes destroying, always providing for all. That is God's everlasting law. So God is this beautiful force. God is this beautiful form. And God is the most worthy of worship, the hukam. And when we surrender to this force, this hukam, this law, this Lord, this Naam, this Shabad, it is then we are safe and we too find harmony.
Rual Chand Tav Prasad.
The name of this measure is Rual Shand, and it is written by your sweet compassion, by your grace, God.
Ad Roop Anad Murat Ajon Purk Apar.
The word Ad means beginning. So God, your Roop, your form is from the beginning. You are the first thing that was ever there. You existed before anything else existed. And God, everything came from you. The word Anad, Ad is beginning, Un negates it. So even though God, you are the beginning of all, you yourself have no beginning. Your form is Anad Murat. Ajon, the word Ajon means one who is not born and one who never dies. Purik means one who is present in all. So God, you exist inside every particle, every molecule of creation, and Apar means infinite. So God, your form is existent from the beginning, but you have no beginning, God. You do not die and you are never born. You exist in all and you are infinite, Lord.
Sarvman Tirman Dev Apev Ad Udar.
The word Sarab means everyone. Man means to bow before, to respect and worship. So all worship you. Triman, the beings of all the three worlds, all of the different worlds, all of them worship you. Dev means like worthy of worship, like the sun. God, you are like the son of suns. You are such a brilliant light. You are the form of all light that rids us of darkness, of ignorance. Apev, the word Apev means no one can know your secrets. So even though you're bright like the sun, you are still so mysterious. Ad, you are the root of all, God. Everything came from you. You are the beginning. And you are Udar. You are large-hearted. You love everyone. Your ways love all the beings of the three worlds, all the beings of all the worlds who bow before you, who surrender to you, who live in you, the great Hukam. You love all those beings, God. So all bow before you, all worship you. You're this great brilliance, like the sun. No one can know your secrets. You're the root of all, and you are large-hearted.
Sarb Palak, Sarb Kalik, Sarb Ko Punkal.
O God, you care for all. Palak means care. So God, Sarab Palak, you care for all. Sarab Kalik, the word Kalik means destroy. God also destroys all. In a moment, God can take the body and make it into dust. God can give and take life in a millisecond. Punkal, God, you are the death of all.
Jatar Tatar Beraji Avatot Roop Arasal.
The word Jatar means everywhere. So in every direction, Barajhi means to exist. So God, you exist in every direction. Avdut. The word Avdut means one who is not affected by chasing after tastes and chasing after pleasure. So God, you do not go looking for thrills and looking for beautiful tastes of this world. You do not engage in wantonness and hedonism. You are not affected by lust, anger, greed, ego, or attachment. You are free from these things. You are free from looking for pleasures, but at the same time you are Avdut. You are also Roop Rasal. Rasal is made from two words, Ras and Aliyah. So Rasal is made from two words, Ras and Aliyah. The word Ras means great flavor or nectar, and Aliyah means house. So God, even though you are not affected by the pleasures of this world and the tastes of different pleasures, still you yourself are the source of all great pleasure and all great tastes. All of this world's beautiful flavors and colors, they come from you, but you yourself are unattached.
Naam Tham Na Jat Jakar Roop Rang Na Rekh.
God, you have no name, no time, no place. The word Jakar means Jista, or that Lord whose. God, you are the Lord who has no place, no name. You have no lineage, no species. And God, you have no form, no color, and the word Rekh means sign. so you have no symbol.
आद पुरख उदार मूरत अजोन आद असेख.
God, you are Ad Purik. Ad means from the beginning, and Purik means Lord, who is contained in all. So from the beginning, you are always present within all. And God, Murat means form, Udar. God, your form is large-heartedness. Your form is love. You do not take birth, and you never die. You are Ajon. And God, from the beginning, Ad Asik. The word sick means to have something lacking. But God, you are Asik. Within you nothing lacks. So from the beginning, God, you are never lacking anything. Your form is love. You are the root of all. And this is the way you are, Lord.
देश और ना पेश जाकर रूप रेख ना राग.
God, you have no country and no dress. The word base means special dress or costume. That Lord has no country or no costume, and that Lord has no form, no symbol. And the word rag here means attachment. God has no attachment like we humans do. God just loves everyone, but God is not stuck in what we call mo or material attachment.
जतर ततर दिशा विसा हुए फैलियो अनुराग.
And even though God has no attachment, even still, Jatar Tatar means everywhere, Disa means four directions, and Visa means corner. So in every direction, in every corner of this world, everywhere, Hoi means you are. Falio means blossoming, always fruitful. Anurag, with love. So in everywhere, in every direction, God, your love exists. You love everyone. Your form is love. Your beautiful love, which is like flowers blooming, blooms in every place and makes the minds of all feel so blissful, feel so green, blossom forth in greenery. So even though you don't have any material attachment, you have real love. You love all beings.
नाम काम बेहीन पेखत तामु न जाय.
The word Kam means desire and Behin means without. So God, you have no certain name. No desire can control you or affect you. Pekat means to see. So God, no one can see all your homes. Tam hu na jai. The word Tam means home. So Pekat means to see. So God, no one can see all your homes. You have no name, no desire. And where's your home? Where do you live? No one can see with their eyes all of the places that you live.
सर्वमान सर्वतरमान सदैव मानता है.
All respect you, all worship you, Sadaman, Sabatarman. In every place is your worship. Sada, Sada means forever. Sadev, Manatai. Forever they bow down to that Lord. The word Thai means to him or to that Lord.
एक मूरत अनेक दर्शन कीन रूप अनेक.
Ek means one, God. You have one form. There's no other God. There's no other God. There's no other cause of all. You are the one God, but still Anek. The word Anek means more than one, not one. Darshan means way we can see. So God, even though you only have one form, we see you in so many forms. We see you in so many forms, because this whole universe, everything that we see is your form. And God, from yourself, you have made so many forms. Keen Rub Anek.
खेल खेल अखेल खेलन अंत को फिर एक.
The word khel means kid or game, and the word khel with a sehari means after playing. So after playing this game, a khel is the opposite. So after playing a game, or making a game, destroying a game, ending a game. A khel khelen, so to play. So God, you play the game of this world, and then you play the game of destroying this world. And in the end, God, on the last day, when all ends, go ferek, then again you alone are one. So God, this whole world, You make all these forms, the whole universe which we see. This is your beauty, your play. And what you make this play for? The pleasure. When the soul inside of us merges with God, the great soul, we are all God in different costumes. All of us are divine. God puts on these costumes, and God gives us ego, and God makes this drama and lets it unfold. But everything God does is good. Everything is pleasurable. Everything is pleasurable for God. And everything is so beautiful. So God, you play this wonderful drama. You play it over and over. You confuse us in our minds. You give us ego and make us think that there is another. But in the end, everything is you, God. And when you decide to stop, when you play the destruction, God, you alone will be left. But in reality, and there never was anyone besides you. When we realize our origin, we realize God within us, we see that this is the truth. We ourselves are a piece of God. So God, everything has you, every molecule everywhere. There's nothing besides you. And in the end, after you play this drama, you alone will exist forever.
देव पेव ना जाने जेह वेद और कतेब.
The Devis, Dev means Devi, or gods and goddesses, do not know your Pev, your secrets. Nor do the Vedas or the Hindu religious scriptures, and nor do the Semitic scriptures, or what we call Katev.
रूप रंग ना जात पात सो जाने के जेब.
No one knows your form or your color, God. No one knows your family. The word Jeb means blossoming or come forth. So no one knows where you came forth from, where you blossomed from, where you grew from, God.
तात मात ना जात जाकर जन्म मरण बेहीन.
The word Tat means father and Mat means mother. So God, you have no father or no mother. No one gave you birth, God. And you do not die, and you are never born. Janam Maran Bihin. Bihin means without, Janam means born, and Maran means death. So God, you have no parents, you were never born, and you will never die.
चक्कर बकर फिरे चतर चक मान ही पुरतीन.
Chatar Chakar means in all directions. In all directions of this world, we see your form. We see your form, the form of death. That too is your form, and all beings bow in front of this form. Everyone bows to your hukam, to your command. No one can challenge it. Death does not seek permission to come. No one can stop it. And in this way, God, you are present everywhere, in this wondrous, destructive form of yours.
लोक 14 के बिखै जग जाप ही जह जाप.
The word Jodha means 14, and Lok means worlds. In the old days, and even now, it was a common belief of Hinduism that there are 14 other worlds. There are 7 worlds underneath this earth, and there are 7 skies above it. So Guruji is saying, in all these places, in the whole universe, everything that was ever made, that's what it represents. Everything that was ever made, God, in all things is your jap, your shabad, God's vibrations, God's current, God's beautiful, beautiful shabad, God's form exists in all. Every being is attuned to this great shabad, this great hukam, this great, beautiful, magnificent naad, the sound current.
आद देव अनाद मूरत थाप्यों सबं जे थाप.
You are Adev. You are the first one in the beginning, the first force worthy of worship, the first Dev. No one can find your beginning, the beginning of your form. You are Anad Murat. And God, you made everything. The word Tapyo roots from Satapan, which means to make. So God, everything we see is made by you.
परम रूप पुनीत मूरत पूरन पुरख अपार.
The word Param means highest. So God, your form is the highest. Punit means pure. God, your form is the highest. You are pure. You are Puran, perfect. You exist in all. You are Purak. So you are the perfect Lord who exists in all. And you are apar, infinite. Your perfection is infinite.
सर्व विश्व रच्यो स्वंभव कर्ण पंजनहार.
The word Bisyav means world, and the word Suyambhav means one who is born, or one whose radiance is made, one who is self-illuminated, born from themselves. And the word Syan means from oneself, and the word Pu means birth. So Suyambhav means one who is born from themselves. So God made the whole world, the whole universe, but God himself is not made by anyone. God is made from himself. God was always existent. God makes the world and God destroys it.
कालहीन कला संयोगत अकाल पुरख आदेश.
The word Kal means death and it also means time. So God is free from death. The word Kala means strength. So God is free from death. God is the one of all strength. God is free from Kal again, free from death, Akal. God is present in all places and things. And God does not have one country. God is a deus.
धर्म ताम सो परम रहत अपूत अलख अपेस.
God is the house of Dharma, the house of righteousness. And God is free from superstitions, from Parma, and God is above them. And God is also free from the 5 elements of Put. And God cannot be seen, nor does he have a special dress.
अंगराग न रंग जाक जात पात न नाम.
God does not have any body parts. God does not have any attachment. God does not have any colors, nor does God have a caste or family or a certain name.
गर्भगंजन दुष्ट पंजन मुक्त दायक काम.
Gata means ego. God is the one that breaks the ego of the egoistic, because God is greater than anyone could be. God destroys the enemies. Dushpanjan. Which enemies? Lust, anger, greed, ego, attachment. God destroys our fear. God destroys all the bad forces of the world. One must remember that God is Nirvad. God himself has no enemies. God destroys all the evil forces of this world. That's what it means when we see the word enemy in Bani. So God destroys all the enemies, and God is Mukataik. God is the giver of liberation from these enemies, and God fills all काम, all desires.
आप रूप अमीक अनुस्तत एक पुरख अवधूत.
The word Ap is from the Sanskrit word Atam. So God, your form is from yourself. Aprup, your form is from yourself. You were always there. No one made you. The word Amik means deep, and the word Anustat, the word Ustat means praise, and Anustat means God. You are beyond praise. So God, you are self-illuminated. You are deeper than anyone. No one can know your secrets. God's greatness cannot be told. And God, you alone exist. You alone are yourself. You are Ekoap. You are present in all, and you are free from the holds of Maya. You are Abdut.
गर्भगंजन दुष्ट पंजन आद्रूप असूत.
God, you destroy all the ego. And God, you destroy all enemies, lust, anger, greed, ego, attachment. You destroy fear, and you destroy all the evil forces of this world. You are present from the beginning, and you were never born. The word Sut means to take birth, and the word Asut means one who does not take birth.
अंगहीन अपंग अनातम एक पुरख अपार.
God, you are Angheen. You have no body parts. Heen means without. So you have no body. You're free from a body. So God is free from a body, and God is Apang, unbreakable. God has no separate soul, no Jiv Atma. So what does that mean? We all have a piece of God, Atma, but God is the great Atma. So our soul is God's form. We must try to see our soul. And the only way we can see our souls is if this wall of falsehood and this ego breaks. But God does not have this ego or this separation. God is just the great soul. There's no wall of falsehood. There's no separation. So God is free from having a Jivatma. Because in reality, God alone is unique and only one. God exists in all beings, and God is infinite.
सर्ब लायक सर्ब कहायक सर्ब को प्रतिपार.
The word laik means capable. God is capable of all. God is the destroyer of all, and God is also. Pritpad comes from the word pritpal. It means to lovingly raise or nurture. It means to cherish with love, so God is also the nurturer, the one who loves and cherishes and makes and raises all.
सर्वगंता सर्वहंता सर्वते अनपेख.
The word ganta roots from the word gum, which means to know or to reach, and the word hanta means to die, so God is the one who can reach all beings and knows the hearts of all. God is the killer of all, and God's costume, God's big, is unique to all, so God has no dress, but at the same time God's dress is unique from the whole world.
सर्व शास्त्र न जानहि जय रूप रंग अर रेख.
All of the Hindu Shastras, the holy books, God is like this, that all of the holy books cannot describe God. They cannot know God's form or God's color or God's symbol, no matter how much they try to describe that Lord.
परम वेद पुराण जाके नेत पाखत नित.
That Lord is like this, that His story, His description is told by the Vedas and by the Puran. In these books it says that God is forever, the most highest of all, and there is none like Him. Net, net. The word net comes from na and et. The word et means like this, or one who is the same way, and the word net means none in that way. So net means that there is no one like God. So all of the religious scriptures, even though they can't describe God, they give God's description like this, that there is nothing like God. God is undescribable and unique, unparalleled.
कोट सिमृत पुराण शास्त्र न आवे वो चित.
The word God means millions. So millions of simritis, millions of shastras, millions of religious scriptures cannot ever know what God's real form is.
मधुपार छंद तब प्रसाद.
The name of the measure is Madhbar Chand, and some people believe that this is written to the sound of a horse beat. It is a very difficult poetry measure to write in. And Tau Prasad, God, we write this with your grace, Lord.
गुणगण उदार महिमा अपार.
The word gun means virtue, and the word gun means a lot of. So God, you are the owner of infinite virtues. Apar means large-hearted. So God, you are the owner of so many virtues. The word mehma means greatness. So God, you are the owner of so many virtues, and you are the large-hearted friend of all. Your greatness is infinite.
आसन अपंग उपमा अनंग.
The word asan means seat, and the word abang means unbreakable. So God, your seat, your throne, where you are, can never break. It is forever. And God, there's no force who can tell of your greatness. Upama means the measure of your greatness or the strength of your virtues. So there's no other body, no force, no parallel to you who can tell the strength of your virtues.
अनप प्रकाश निस्दन अनास.
The word anbhav means from yourself. So God, your great gyan, your great light, your great knowledge is from yourself. Your glory, your prakash is from yourself, and the display of you is from yourself. So no one made you God. Nisdin, the word nis means night, and the word din means day. Anas, nas means destroy. So day and night you are anas, you cannot be destroyed.
आजान बा शाहान शाह.
The word ajan means tool, a tool for creating everything. And the word ba comes from the word va. The word va means to carry, and the word ba means carrier or holder. So God, you alone hold the tools that can create creation, and you are the Shah of Shah, the King of Kings.
राजान राज पानान पान.
You are the King of Kings, the Raja of Rajas, and you are the Son of Sons. You are the one who gives light to the sun, God. You are the greatest brilliance. The sun's light comes from you, and you are a great light in the lives of all.
देवान देव उपमा महान.
You are the most worthy of our worship. You are the son of all. Dev can mean worthy of worship, and Dev can also mean son. So you are the most worthy of worship, like the son of all sons, the light of all lights, and your greatness is great. Your opama, the strength of your virtues, your great state, God, that is Mahan, that is great.
Indran Indar, Balan Bal.
Indra is the king of gods. So God, you are the king of all gods. You are the highest of the high.
Rankan Rank, Kalan Kal.
And God, you are everything, even though you're the highest of the high. At the same time, you are the poorest of the poor. You exist even within the poor.
Anput Ang, Abba Apang.
And God, your form is Anbu. It is free from the 5 elements. Wind, water, fire, all these things. You are free from them, God. And Abba means brilliance. Your brilliance will never be destroyed. Your Prakash can never be destroyed.
Gat Met Apar, Gun Gan Odar.
The word Gat means state, and the word Mit means measurement. Apar means beyond. So God, your state is beyond all measurement. It cannot be described. And God, you are large-hearted, and you are the owner, Gungan. You are the owner of so many virtues, and your heart is so big. You love all.
Mun Gan Parnam, Nirpahanekam.
And the word Mun means Muni, or a silent sage, or a saint, or a man of detachment. The word Gan means a lot. So many Munis, so many men of detachment, so many of them salute you, God. You are Nirpe, you have no fear and no desire.
At Dut Parchand, Met Gat Akhand.
The word Parchand means beautiful brilliance, and Duttu also means brilliance. So God, you are so bright, you are brilliant beyond brilliant, and no one, Mit means to measure. Mit Gat Akhan, the word Akhan means to end, so no one can reduce your greatness. No one can make your glory less.
Alisya Karam, Adrisya Taram.
God, your workings, Alisya means without effort. So God, everything you do it effortlessly. You do not ever need to work hard because everything is in your power. And the word Adrisya, so even though you do not work hard, your Taram, the word Taram here means responsibilities. So your responsibilities, you fill them beyond our eyes. Adrisya means unseeable. So even though you're unseeable, still you care for this world. You fulfill your responsibilities toward us.
Sarba Parnadya, Andand Badya.
Sarba Barnadya. It's made of 3 words, Sarba, Barnya, and Adya. The word Aparan means jewelry. The word Sarba means all. And the word Adya means rich in abundance. Something that is very abundant, something that is fulfilled. So God, you are the decoration of all people, of all objects, of all animals, everything. You are the decoration, the beauty of all, and you are always fulfilled. And God, the word Bad means definitely, or something that is true, something that is definite for sure, something that is promised, sworn on. So God, for sure God, no one can ever stop you. No one can with their own limited power. No one can stop you because you are the great Hukam, and no one can block your way.
Chachri Chand, Tav Prasad.
The name of this measure is Chachri Chand, and it is written by your grace, God.
Gobinde, Mukande, Odare, Apare.
The word Gobind, the word Go means earth, and Bin means one who knows, the one who knows all the hearts of earth's beings. So Gobinde is the one who knows the secrets of every heart. The word Mukande means the one who gives liberation. So God knows our hearts, and God breaks the chains of this world, the chains of Maya which are around us. God is Udare, large-hearted. God loves all, and God is Apare, infinite.
Hariyang, Karyang, Nirname, Akame.
God is Hariyang, the one who destroys all, and God is Karyan, the one who makes all, creates all. God has no name, and God has no desire.
Bhujang Priyat Chand.
The name of this measure is Bhujang Priyat Chand.
Chatar Chakar Karta, Chatar Chakar Harta.
In all four directions, Chatar Chakar means four directions, four corners. God is the Karta, the creator, and the destroyer, the Harta.
Chatar Chakar Danne, Chatar Chakar Janne.
God is the giver in all four directions, and the knower of all hearts in all four directions.
Chatar Chakar Varti, Chatar Chakar Bharti.
God is the one who lives and exists in all directions. God is the one that reaches all places.
Chatar Chakar Pale, Chatar Chakar Kale.
God is the one who raises and cares for all, and God is the one who destroys all in all four directions, in all four corners.
Chatra Chakar Pase, Chatra Chakar Vase.
God exists in all four directions, and God lives in everyone, everywhere, in all four corners of this world.
Chatra Chakra Manya, Chatra Chakra Danya.
In all four directions, all beings bow to you, God. All live in this great hukam, and you give gifts to everyone in all directions.
Chachri Chand.
The name of this measure is Chachri Chand.
Na Shatra, na Mitra, na Parmang, na Pitra.
God, you have no satar, no enemy. You have no mitter, no friend. In reality, you are the friend of all, but you have no one who is equal to you or parallel to you. There is no one who can be on the same level or same stage as you, God. You have no misunderstanding, no param, and you have no pitre. The word pitre means double-mindedness or wall. You have no wall of falsehood like us humans. In Japji Sahib, we talk about give kura tutte. You have no kurdipal. There is no wall of falsehood within you, God. You yourself are Satyad. So you have no double-mindedness, God.
Na Karmang, na Kai, Ajanmang, Ajay.
You are not a slave to karma, God. And you have no kai, no kaya, no body. You are not born, and you are not from a woman. The word jai means woman.
Na Chitra, na Mitra, Pare hai, Pavitra.
The word chitra means photo, so no one can make your photo, God. And you have no friend, because no one can equal your level. God, you are pare, you are nirlep. Nirlep means unattached. You are unattached from all. You are free from the bonds which bind this world. So you are unattached, and God, you are pure, pavitra.
Prathisa, Adisa, Adrisa, Akrisa.
The word prati means earth, and the word is means owner. So God, you are Pratisa, you are the owner of this earth, and from the beginning you are the owner of this earth. God, you are Drise, we cannot see you, God, and you will never get weak, you are Krise. So the word Adise means Ad, and the word Ise means king. So from the beginning you are Adise, you are the king from the beginning, you are the owner of this world. You are Drise, we cannot see you. And you are Krise, you will never grow weak, God.
Bhagavati Chand, Tav Prasad Kathate.
The name of the measure is Bhagavati Chand, and it is written by your grace, God.
Ke Ach Jadesa, Ke Apej Pesa.
The word Achij means undestroyable. So God, your country, your deis will never be destroyed. So your home is eternal, God. And Apij, God, your dress, your pek, will never be destroyed as well. Pij also means destroyed.
Ke Aganj Karma, Ke Apanj Parma.
The word Ganj means to conquer, and Aganj means cannot be conquered. The word Karme here means religious rituals. So God, you are like this, that no religious rituals can conquer you and bring you into our possession. And God, you are also like this, a Panj. A Panj means unbreakable, and the word Parme means superstition. So no superstition, God. No duality can break you. This is how you are.
Ke Apej Loka, Ke Adat Soka.
The word Apij means unbreakable. So God, your country is unbreakable. Adit. The word Adit comes from the word Aditya, which means sun. And Soke means to destroy. So God, one day you are so powerful that one day you will destroy the brilliance of the sun. You will dry the sun out and destroy it. We think the sun is so great and so brilliant, but God can easily destroy all the energy of our sun.
कि अवधूत बनना है, कि बेपहूत करना है.
And God, your form, your barne is avdut. You are beyond the bonds of Maya. You are beyond materialism. Materialism cannot destroy your form, God. And God, you are biput. Biput means great brilliance. So God, you are the form, the very source of all brilliance, all glory, and all light.
कि राजंग प्रभा है, कि धर्मंग तुझा है.
The word Prabha means brilliance. So Lord, your brilliance is seen in all places. The word Tuja means a distinguished person or a decoration. So God, you are the one who makes dharma or righteousness beautiful. You're the decoration of goodness. You make goodness good.
कि अशोक वर्ण है, कि सर्वा अपर्ण है.
The word Ashok means worry-free. Shok means worry. So God, your form is worry-free, and you are the aparan or the earring, the decoration of all people, the ornament of all.
कि जगतंग कृति हैं, कि छत्रंग छत्री हैं.
The word Jagdang means world. So God, you are the Kriti or the creator of the world. And the word Shatrang means brave or warrior. So God, you are the warrior of all warriors.
कि ब्रह्मं स्वरूप है, कि अनुभव अनूप है.
Brahman means the root of all beauty. So God, your form is the root of all beauty. All the beauty we see in the world comes from you, Lord. And God, Anbo. Anbo means from yourself. And Anub. Anub. The word Ub means Upma, or one who can be parallel, one who can rival or be on your level. So you're Anub. Anub means one who has no parallel, one who no one is like. So your form is Anbo from yourself, and no one can equal that form of yours, which you yourself made from yourself. It is extraordinary.
कि आद अदेव हैं, कि आप अपेव हैं.
So God, you are from the beginning. You are the only God. There are no other gods like you. And you are Ab Apev. You alone are like this for this reason, that no one can know your secrets. So no God can equal you. Adev, no God can equal you. Why? They can't even know you. How can they ever equal you?
कि चित्रंग बेहीन है, कि एक अधीन है.
God, no one can make your photo. And God, you alone are one, and all are in your power.
कि रोजी रज़ाक है, रहीम मैं रिहाक है.
You are the giver of all food. Razake means nutrition, food. So God, you are the giver of sustenance, nutrition. And God, you are the giver of liberation.
कि पाक बेऐब हैं, कि गैबल गैब हैं.
So the word ba means pure. The word be means without. So be'ab means without stain, without any stain. So you are pure, and you have no stain. Your form is spotless. The word gab means curtain or veil. So God, you are the most secret of the secret. You are Gabal. You have a veil over you. No one can know your secrets, or the secrets of your pure form. But still, you give food and liberation to all.
कि अफवल गुनाह हैं, कि शाहन शाह हैं.
The word afwal comes from the Farsi word, or the Persian word afal, and it means forgiveness. Guna means sin. So God, you are the forgiver of all sins. Every bad thing that we do, God does not take into account. When we submit to God's shelter, God automatically forgives all our sins. So God, you are the forgiver of sins, and you are the Shah of Shah, the King of Kings.
के कारण कुन्नंद हैं, के रोजी देहंद हैं.
God, you are the Karan. You are the doer of all doings. You do all things. And you are Rozi the Hind. You always give food and nourishment to all beings. That Lord lovingly takes care of all. God gives to us. Even if we sin, God forgives us. And God always gives us nourishment. God never stops. No matter what we do, whether we're good or bad, God will always take care of us, and God will always do what is in our best interest, whether it's pain or pleasure. Whatever it is, God will do it just because He loves us. God never does anything out of anger or hatred or punish us just because we made Him angry. But God gives us what we need always, whether we are good or bad. God gives us what we need to reach Him.
के राज़िक़ रहीम है, के कर्मं करीम है.
God, you are the giver of nourishment, Razik, and the word Rahim means merciful. So you are always merciful, the giver of mercy and the giver of nourishment. You are the giver of karmang, the giver of blessing. You give all blessing, God. You give all blessings to all. Kareem means giver of blessing.
के सर्बं कली हैं, के सर्बं दली हैं.
The word Kali comes from the word Kalawan. You are the owner of all strength, and you are the destroyer of all. Sarvang Dali, the one who destroys everyone. So you give all nourishment and blessings. You give everyone strength. You are the strength of all. And you too are the destroyer, or the weakness, the destruction of all.
के सर्बतर मान्य, के सर्बतर दान्य.
So God, in every direction, Kesabatir means everywhere. You are worshipped in every direction. Your form of the hukam is followed, and in every direction you are the giver, Danya.
के सर्बतर गौन है, के सर्बतर पौन है.
The word Gan means Gaman, or reach. God, you reach every direction, and you are present in all places, all pavans or all worlds. There's no place, God, where you are not.
के सर्बतर देश है, के सर्बतर पेश है.
You are present in all countries. Earlier we said God is Apik and God has no dress. Even still, in all dresses, in all costumes, in all forms, God is present. So God, you are present in all different dresses of all cultures, all colors and all beings. You exist in all.
के सर्बतर राजा, के सर्बतर साजा.
In all places, God, you are the Raja, the king. And in all places, the word Saja, in all places you show your costume. So God, in all places you exist. In all places is your brilliance, your prakash. You exist in all costumes. And God, you are the one who created. Saj means to create. You are the one who created all. Everywhere is your creation.
के सर्बतर दिन है, के सर्बतर लीन है.
In all places, God, you give. And in all places you are lean. Lean means to be absorbed, or to be lovingly absorbed. God, you are merged with all. You exist merged with all in all places.
के सर्बतर जाहो, के सर्बतर पाहो.
The word Jah comes from Jalal. God, in all places your brilliance, your glory, your Jalal, your great brilliance is manifest. And the word Baho comes from Ba, which means shininess or glow. So everywhere is your prakash, your radiance, your beautiful glow, your chamak.
के सर्बतर देश है, के सर्बतर पेश है.
In all countries, God, Des means country, you are present. And God, you are present in all dresses and in all costumes.
के सर्बतर काल है, के सर्बतर पाल है.
God, you destroy all in all directions, and at the same time you protect all in all directions. You, through your laws and through your harmony, keep everything in place. Because of you, God, the earth doesn't float away. You gave us gravity and inertia, so we can orbit the sun, and at the same time we can stay steady in the sky. You gave us seasons and weather. You gave us life and death. You gave us growing old, and then you gave us death after that. So everything you gave us, every little function of this world, you keep it in place through your laws. So God, this is your way. You can destroy all, and at the same time you can maintain all.
के सर्बतर हंता, के सर्बतर गंता.
You can kill all and you can reach all, God.
के सर्बतर पेखी, के सर्बतर पेखी.
In all places, you are in all costumes. So you exist in everyone's costume. You exist in every form. And the word Veki comes from Vekan. So you are the one who sees. God, you see all. You always keep an eye on all. No one is beyond your vision. You are not far from us. You see everyone.
केसर बत्तर काजा केसर बत्तर राजा.
The word Kaj means workings. So everywhere, in all directions, we see your workings. And the word Raj means Prakash. So everywhere is your great magnificence, your great brilliance, your great Prakash.
केसर बत्तर सोख है केसर बत्तर पोख है.
In all places you dry everything up, and in all places, God, you protect all.
केसर बत्तर त्राण है केसर बत्तर प्राण है.
The word Tran means strength. So God, your strength and your power is in everyone. And God, your strength is in everyone, and you are present in all places. You are the strength, the soul of all. You are the strength of all and the life of all. You exist everywhere.
केसर बत्तर देश है केसर बत्तर पेश है.
God, you exist in all countries, everywhere, and in all places, and in all countries is your costume or your dress.
केसर बत्तर मानिए सदैवं प्रधानिए.
God, you are worshipped by all in all places. Manya means to worship. All bow down to you. You are the great hukam. You are the great hukam who all live within. And God, you are Sadevang. You are always Pradhan. You are always the leader. Pradhan means leader. So God, you are the commander of all. All bow before you. All live in God's hukam. Wind, water, fire, all the species, everything we see, everything is within God. God, you truly are the one who makes everything move. You are in every particle of creation, and everything is in your power. So why not surrender to that Lord who holds everything in his power? God, you are always the Pradhan, always the leader, always the commander.
केसर बत्तर जाप्य केसर बत्तर थाप्य.
In every place your jap, your shabad is heard, your great hukam resounds in every place. And God, you are always existent. You are always ever constant, ever satisfied, ever content, ever on display in every place.
केसर बत्तर पहनना है केसर बत्तर मानना है.
In every place you spread your brilliance like the sun. Ban means sun. So your glory is in every direction like the sun. And God, all beings worship you in all places.
केसर बत्तर इंद्र है केसर बत्तर चंद्र है.
In all places you are the king of all. Indra means king of gods. So God, you are the greatest king of all. And Chandra means moon. So God, in all places you are like a moon. In all places you give shade and tranquility. In all of our pains, God, you provide us with comfort. You are just like the tranquil moon.
के सर्वं कलीम है के परमं फहीम है.
The word Kalim means one who speaks beautifully or speaks very sweetly, or it also means the king of poetry or the king of language. So God, you sit inside all of us and you speak such sweet, beautiful words. Your words can be heard within our heart. If we look deep within us, we can hear God's language. What is God's language? Bakya Pawapar. That's what we were taught in Japji Sahib. God's language is a language of love. And within us, God sits and God speaks that language, the language of infinite love. Pawapar. Apar means infinite. So God speaks his language of love within us. And God is the one of high understanding. Parmang Fahim. Fahim means one with Fahim or one with understanding. So God has the highest understanding.
के आकल अल्लाम है के साहिब कलाम है.
The word akal means wisdom or understanding or even common sense or sense. So God, you are the one, you are the voice of reason, the one with the highest common sense, the one who's sensible to do all. And the word kalam here means language. Sahib means owner or master. So God, you yourself are the master of all language.
कि हुस्नल वजू हैं तमामुल रुजू हैं.
The word husnal means youthful beauty, and the word waju means face. So God, you are so beautiful. Your face is full of youthful beauty. All of the faces which we see in the world, God, are your faces. And God, you're so radiant, so beautiful. Your beauty cannot be described. Guruji is showing his love for the Lord. So God, all these faces are your face, and your face, God. So God, your face is full of such beautiful youthfulness. The word tamam means all beings, and raju means concentration. So all beings meditate on you and concentrate on you. All beings think of you, God.
हमेशुल सलाम में सलीखत मुदाम में.
Salam comes from the word salamat, which means carefree. So God, you are always worry-free, carefree, and always content. And the word mudam means always. So you are always everlasting, God. You are always content and always everlasting.
गनीमुल शिकस्ता गरीबुल परस्ता.
The word ganim means enemy, and shikash means loss. So God, you are the defeat of the enemies. Which enemies? Once again, our inner enemies, because God is nirvad. God has no enemy. Our enemies are lust, anger, greed, ego, attachment. God destroys those. God destroys the bonds that bind us. God destroys fear. So God, you are the defeat of the enemies, and greed means poor, and you are the caretaker of the poor.
बिलंदुल मकान ज़मीनुल ज़माना.
The word Buland means high, and Makan means home. So God, your home is the highest of all. The word Jami means earth. So God, you are present on the earth and the skies at all times. At all times you are always present.
तमीज़ुल तमाम में रज़ूअल निदाना.
God, you know all, and you always focus your attention on all.
तमीज़ुल तमाम में रज़ूअल निदाना.
The word Tamiz means recognition, and the word Taman means all. So God, you always recognize all, you know all. Razu means attention or concentration, and Nidan means treasure. So you are the treasure of all focus, of all concentration. Harifal means enemy. So God, you are the enemy of all of the bad things inside of us, a big enemy. And Yaqeen means definitely, or you can believe it. Yaqeen means believe it, definitely. So God, definitely, we better believe it that you are the one giver of all nourishment.
अनेकुल तरंग हैं अपेद हैं अपंग हैं.
The word tarang means wave. So God, you are like the ocean, you are this energy, and the universe is like waves emitted from you. God, you are a paid, your secrets cannot be known, and you are a pung, you cannot be destroyed. So you are the great force, and from yourself you created us like waves. You made this universe like waves coming from a root, and your secrets, God, cannot be known, and you are a pung, you cannot be broken.
अजीजुल नवाज हैं गनीमुल खिराज हैं.
Azizal means loved. So God, one who is loved by you, Nivaz means giver of greatness. So you give greatness to those who you love. You love those who come to your shelter, God. You give them all greatness, and you destroy all their enemies, all their inward enemies, lust, anger, greed, ego, and attachment, and you destroy all their fears.
निरुकत स्वरूप हैं.
This comes from two words, nir and ukat. Ukat means description or to be described. God, your sarup, your form, cannot be described.
त्रिमुक्त विभूत हैं.
God, you are beyond what we call the tin gun, or the virtues of Maya. You are beyond material world. Viput means glory. So God, your glory is beyond all Maya and all of this world's materialness.
प्रभुगत प्रभा हैं.
Prabha means prakash or glory, and prabhugat means nicely honored. So God, Your glory is honored. All beings worship and honor your great brilliance, your prakash.
सुजुगत सुधा है.
The word sajugat means nicely merged with, mixed with, saturated, imbued with. So God, the word sudha means amrit, or great nectar of the soul. So God, you are merged with this whole world. You are colored in every soul so beautifully. You are a great nectar which all beings can enjoy. You are a great bliss, God, and all beings can feel you. We humans too. We are merged with God. Our ego and our wall of falsehood blocks us from realizing this. But we are merged with God, and we can always enjoy God's bliss within our bodies. This great nectar and bliss, this great taste, which makes us forget all of the tastes of this world. God's taste is more sweet than any other sweet thing in this universe. God's taste is more delightful than anything. God's flavor is more flavorful than anything could ever be. God can be enjoyed by us. When we enjoy God, we forget the pleasures of drinking and sex and the pleasures of all other tastes. God is within our own minds, and we can always enjoy that Lord's love. We can always feel it by looking within. So God, you are merged in all, the form of great bliss and nectar.
सदावंग स्वरूप है, अपेदी अनूप है.
So the word Ved means dualism. There's no other force as strong as you, God. So Sadavang Sarup. Sadavang means forever. So God, your form is forever. And there is no duality, no devil. Why is there no devil? Because that would imply that there's a force which is out of God's control and which is as strong as God. But since no one is as strong as you and no one is out of your control, we have no reason to fear a devil or to fear anyone for that matter when we're with you. So you are unup. The word upma means equalness, or the word upma means rival, parallelness. So no one can equal you, God, and you are beyond duality.
समस्तो पराज है, सदा सर्वसाज है.
Samast means all, and Paraj means defeat. So you are the winner of all. You cause defeat to all. All are in your power. So basically this means that God is the controller of all hearts. And Saj means creator, so forever, Sada. Sada means forever. Sada means all, and Saj. You are always and forever the creator of all, God.
समस्तुल सलाम है.
Salam means salamat or peace. So God, you are the giver of all peace for all beings.
सदैवल अकाम है.
Sadaval means forever. Kam means kamna or desire. So forever, God, you are desire free.
निर्बाध स्वरूप है.
Bad means to put a stop. But God, no one can put a stop on your form. It is nirbad. Your form is unstoppable as you give peace to all.
अगाध है, अनूप है.
You are beyond all, a God, and you are unup. Up means upma, rival or parallel. No one can be equal to you, God. No one can rival you. No one can be parallel. So God, you give peace to all, and no one can stop your power. So you are the best shelter, God. You can give us peace, and you are unstoppable, and there is no other shelter. No one else, God, like you.
ओंग आद रूप है, अनाद स्वरूप है.
Oang means the soul of all. So God, you are the soul of the world. All our souls are your form. If we want to see God, we have to see our soul. Ad means beginning, and Rup means form. So God, you are the first soul. You are the beginning of all, but your beginning cannot be found. You are Anad, so you are Ad Rupe. You are everyone's beginning. All humans begin from you. Where do you begin from? Where is your beginning? No one can find it.
अनंगी अनाम में, तरपंगी तरकाम में.
You have no ang, no body parts, and you have no nam, no name. You are Tribangi, the destroyer of the three worlds, and you are the fulfiller of the desires, Kam, Kamna, desires. So you are the filler of the desires of all the worlds. So God, you have no body, you don't have any name, no one can name you or see you. But at the same time, you can destroy the earth, the skies, and the netherlands, the three different worlds, and you can also fulfill the desires of these three places, meaning the earth, the middle, and the bottom.
Trabargang terbade, aganje agade.
Tribargang means three treasures. So God, the three treasures, which are dharam or righteousness, arth or great wealth, and kam or desire, these three things exist in you. And bad means block. You can put a block in all beings, but no one can block you. You can control all. Bad means obstacle or blocking. So God, you can stop everyone. Everyone is in your power, and the three treasures too. All righteousness, all dharma, all wealth, and all desire, all these things are in your power. Aganje, you cannot be defeated, and you are beyond all limits. You are a God.
Subhang sarbhage, so sarba anurage.
Subh means beautiful, and Pag means body parts. Sarab means all. So God, all your body parts, this whole universe we see, it is so beautiful. And Anurag means love. So God, you love all. Everywhere you are, as we said earlier, Hoi Falio Anurag. Your form is love. You love all. Every being, God, you love them. Good and bad, you love them. That is your beauty. This is why in Jaap Sahib, we realize God's greatness, and this makes us fall in love with God. It makes us remember God in our hearts always. So here, Guruji is telling us, God, you are so full of love. You love all. You are so beautiful. All your parts are beautiful, and your love fills this world and the worlds beyond it.
त्रिभुक्त स्वरूप हैं, अच्छज हैं, अछूत हैं.
Tribhugat means to take bliss from or to enjoy. So God, your form is like this, that all of the beings of this world enjoy it. Those who meditate on you enjoy you because you give off a great bliss and a great love, and you give this off within us. So your form is so enjoyable. And God, you are achij, you cannot be destroyed, you cannot grow old, and you exist in all, and you are achut, you cannot be destroyed, and you are indestructible.
के नरकंग प्रणास हैं, पृथ्योल प्रवास हैं.
God, you destroy hells. Now, according to Sikhism, we don't believe in a place as hell because God is always forgiving. And why would God create someone just to leave him somewhere for eternity? And the only eternity that Sikhism preaches is God. God is the only one who is such, or the one who will live forever, who is eternal, who is Asya, the one who will always exist. The one who will always exist. So in Bani, when we read the word hell or narak, what it means is pain of separation from God. So God, you are the one that destroys all of our pain, all of the hell that we go through. Even today in Punjabi, if someone feels pain, they call it narak. So you destroy all pain, all hellishness. You are the great shelter. So earlier we said Tribhugat. So this means God, you give off bliss. God, because you are Tribhugat, you are also the destroyer of hell and pain. You destroy our pains with your great bliss. And God, you stay on this earth like a guest. Nivas means live. So God, you stay on this earth like a traveler or a guest. What does that mean? That means that God in his human form, meaning God is inside all of us. God is our soul, and God, like a guest, the soul stays on this earth like a guest for a few days. We humans die and the soul leaves. So God, this soul too is your form. And the soul stays in the body like a guest for a few days. And then with death, the soul leaves. So God, this soul is your form. So sometimes you, in the form of a human, in the form of people, stay on this earth like a guest for a few days, and then you leave to go forward.
निरकुत प्रभा हैं, सदावंग सदा हैं.
Nir-okat means cannot be described. Okat, so God, your great prabha, your brilliance, is such that it cannot be described by anyone, and you are Sadavang, you exist forever and ever.
बेपुकत स्वरूप हैं, परजुगत अनूप हैं.
And your form is such that all beings take pleasure from you, all love your flavor and your greatness, God. You are great bliss, and God, you are always merged with all. Prabhugat means merged, so God, you are a great pleasure, which is merged with all. You are inside all of us, and you are the source of all bliss. So if we want bliss, then all we have to do is realize you inside of us, and that is more happiness than any material thing can ever give us.
निरुकत सदा है बेपुगत प्रभा है.
Your form will always be beyond description. It'll be nid-okat, or without description forever, and all beings will always take pleasure from your glory and your prakash.
अनुकत स्वरूप है प्रजुगत अनूप है.
Your form is beyond all description. You are merged with all beings, but still you are anup. There is no one like you, no one equal to you.
चाचरी छंद अपंग हैं अनंग हैं अपेख हैं अलेख हैं.
God, you are apang. You are indestructible. Why? Because you are anang. You have no body parts that can be destructed or destroyed. You are apek. You have no dress, no costume, no certain clothes, and for that reason, God, you are a lake. No one can make your photo. No one can make a drawing of you or say how you are.
अपरम हैं अकर्म हैं अनाद हैं जुगाद हैं.
God, you have no param, no superstition. You're not afraid of anything. You do not have a certain holy day or a certain ritual to reach you. And you are akaram. You do not need any religious rituals to find you, God. You are found through love. You are found by your grace, by entering your sanctuary. You are anad. You have no ad, no beginning. And you are jagad. Even though you have no beginning, God, you are from the beginning. Like in Japji Sahib, we say jugad such. From the beginning, from before the ages were made. From before time started, God, you were there. So even though you have no beginning, you are here from the beginning.
अजय हैं अभय हैं अपूत हैं अतूत हैं.
God, no one can conquer you. No one can win you. You are a jah, and you are a ba. The word ba means destruction or to destroy. The word ba means no one can destroy you, God. You are a put. Your form is above the 5 elements. You are above wind, water, earth, fire, and skies. And God, you are a dut. The word tu means to move. But God, because you are not made of the 5 elements that all of creation is made out of, you are unmovable. No one can move you. You are always firm and steady, ever present in every place.
अनास हैं उदास हैं अतंद हैं अबंध हैं.
God, you are a nas. You cannot ever be destroyed. And at the same time, God, you are udas. For that reason, the word udas comes from upram. God, you are worry-free. No worry is ever in your mind. You run this world carefree by your laws. And you are adand. None of these world's problems. The word dand refers to all the problems, all the entanglements, all the different bondages of this world. But none of these problems can affect you, God. You are worry-free from all of them. And you are abund. You are free from bandhan. You are free from the chains that bind us of lust, anger, greed, ego, and attachment. Attachment to family, love, hatred. All these passions, all these chains which tie us up. God, you are free from such chains.
अपगत हैं बेरकत हैं अनास हैं प्रकाश हैं.
Even by being the creator of all, God, still you are a bhagat. You are unattached. You are aloof from this world. And you are biragat. You are free from this attachment. You are anas. You cannot ever be destroyed. And you are prakash. You are the form of all light, the light of all lights, the greatest brilliant light ever. So this whole stanza means that no attachment and no superstitions can destroy your prakash, your brilliance. Nothing can leave you in darkness or in hanera or in ignorance.
निश्चिंत हैं सुनिंत हैं अलेख हैं अधिक हैं.
God, you are nichint. You are worry-free, no chinta. Chinta means worry. And you are sunit. That comes from sunit, You are always constant, always happy, always eternal. And God, you are a lik. No one can make your portrait. And you are a dik. The word dik means dekhna or to see. But God, you cannot be seen. Even with the huge universe as your form, even while you care for all and give food and water and protection to all, still we cannot see you.
अलेख हैं, अपेख हैं, अटा हैं, अगा हैं.
God, you are a lake. No one can make your photo. You have no special costume. You are a da. No one can ever make you fall. You're like a mountain. And you are a ga. The word God means something which is shallow. But God, you are a God. You are deeper than deep. The deepest ever.
असंभ हैं, अगंभ हैं, अनील हैं, अनाद हैं.
God, you are asam. The word asam comes from asambhav. By thinking, by thought, we cannot comprehend you. You are incomprehensible by all thought. So we can think about you over and over, but we'll never understand you. You are a gum. You are beyond the reach of our thoughts, a gumbo. You are anil. Anil comes from the word anil, which means air. So just like air is a support for the body, God, you are our support, and you are anad. Your beginning cannot be found. You are beyond the reach of beings, but still, at the same time, God, you are our breath. You are the breath of all. So you are so close, yet we cannot understand you, and your beginning will never be found.
अनित हैं, सुनित हैं, अजात हैं, आजाद हैं.
You are extraordinary. The word nit means every day, or something that you see every day, but you are anit. You are out of the ordinary. You're not something we see every day, but you are unique. You cannot be understood. You are uncommon. You are sunit. Sunit comes from sunit, which means God. You are always happy, always stable, always content. You are ajat. The word jat means born, so you are unborn, and you are ajad. The word ajad comes from the words aj and ad. Ad means the root of all, and aj means not born. So God, even though you yourself aren't born, at the same time, you are the birth of all, the root of all.
चरपट छंद तप प्रसाद.
The name of this measure is Charpat Chand, and God, this measure is written by your sweet compassion, by your grace.
सर्वंहंता, सर्वंगंता, सर्वंख्याता, सर्वज्ञाता.
The word Sarvang means all. Hanta means the killer. So God, you are the killer of all. And you are Ganta. Ganta comes from Gaman, reach. So God, you are the killer of all, because only you can reach all. Your reach expands to all the universes, all the worlds and other worlds, where no one else can reach, God. You yourself are present there. So you are also Kyata. You are famous. You are glowingly present in all. And you are Gyata. Gyata means one who knows. So God, you know the hearts of every being, and you always do good for us because you know our hearts.
सर्वं हर्ता, सर्वं कर्ता, सर्वं प्राणं, सर्वं त्राणं.
So God, you are the Harta, you are the destroyer, the one who takes away the soul of all, and you are Karta, you are the creator of the soul and the creator of every being. You are Pranam, you yourself are the soul of all. You are the life of all. Our soul is God. Our beautiful soul is a piece of God's form. And you are Tranam. Tran means strength. So every strength that we have, God, you are that strength.
सर्वं कर्मं, सर्वं धर्मं, सर्वं युक्ता, सर्वं मुक्ता.
Sarvang means all, karmang means work. So God, all the works, all the workings of your beings, it is really you accomplishing them. And all of the responsibility, all of the dharam, that is really you yourself taking on this responsibility. So all of the works and responsibilities we humans have, in fact, it is God who completes all of them. And God, you are Jukta. You are Sarvang Jukta. So how are you able to do everyone's work and everyone's responsibility? Because you are Sarvang Jukta. You are merged in all. Everyone is saturated with you. You exist in every part of the universe. We humans have an ego and think God is separate, but in reality, it is God putting on a bunch of costumes And when we realize that and realize our soul, that is when we become one with God. So God, you are merged with everyone. You are Sarvang Jukta, and still you are Sarvang Mukta. There is no one like you. You are free from everyone. At the same time, God, this is your form. You are one, but you are many.
Rasaval Chand Taprasad.
The name of the measure is Rasaval Chand, and it is written by your grace.
Namo Narkanase Sadavang Prakashe Anangang Sarupe Apangang Bepute.
God, we bow to you. Namo means bow. Narik means hell. But in the Sikh religion, we do not believe in hell. But Gurbani tells us that the biggest hell is when we forget God. So God, the pain of separation, the real hell, you can destroy that hell because you are Sadevang Prakase. You destroy that hell because forever. Sadevang means Sada and Ev. So always, you are the form of great light, great brilliance. You are what we call Prakash. Because God, you are the form of great light. For that reason, you destroy our hell or our pain of separation. You are Anangang Sarupe. You have no body, no ang. That is your form. And your Biput, your brilliance, can never be destroyed. Apangang means one that is not destroyed. Pang means to destroy. Your glory can never be destroyed. So God, you can destroy darkness, but darkness can never destroy your glory. You take away our pains, and you take away the hurt of our separation from you.
Parmathang Parmathe Sada Sarvasathe Agad Sarupe Nirbad Bepute.
The word Parmath means to bother, or something that gives you pain. The word Parmathang Parmathe, it means God. You give pain to our pains. You destroy our pains. You take away those things that hurt us. Why? Because you are Sada Sarab Sathe. You are always with us, God. Always with everyone. Sath means with, and Sarab means all. Sada means always and forever. So always and forever, God, you are with us. And you have the power to destroy all our pains. Why do you have this power? Why are you so powerful? Because you are a God. A God means infinite, deep. You are so deep, a God Sarupe. Your form is infinite. And you're Nirbad. Bad means obstacle, when you stand in someone's way. But God, you are Nirbad. No obstacle can stand in your way. Nirbad Vipute. Vipute means brilliance or glory. So God, nothing can stand in the way of your glory. That is why you're the perfect shelter. You take away our pains. You scare the things that scare us. Because you take away the things that give us pain. And you are always with the meek. Your form is infinite, God. You're everywhere. There's no place without you. And no one, no other force can ever stop you or stop your brilliance. For that reason, we must surrender to you, God.
Anangi Aname Tarpangi Tarkame Narpangi Sarupe Sarbangi Anupe.
You have no body parts. Anangi, ang means body parts. And you have no one name. You can destroy the three worlds, the skies, the netherlands, and the middle. But at the same time, you feel the desires of all three. You are Terkame. You are Nirpangi Sarupe. Nirpangi means cannot be destroyed. So your Sarup, your form, cannot be destroyed. And you are Sarpangi Anupe. All of your body parts are always perfect. And they are unparalleled. Anup, the word up means upma, or equal. But God, your body parts, your form is unequal. You have no form at the same time. Your form is unparalleled.
Na putra, na putra, na shatra, na mitra, na tata, na mata, na jata, na pata.
God, you have no grandson or son. You have no satan means enemy. You have no enemy and no friend. You have no dad, tat means father, and no mata, no mom. You have no species, no caste, and you have no path or no family. So the whole world is yours, God, but you yourself weren't born from a mother and father. You have no brothers, sisters, or grandchildren.
Nirsakang sharik hai, amitto amik hai, sadavang prabha hai, ajay hai, aja hai.
Sak means attachment or relation. So unlike worldly people, you have no relation. No one can make a line on you. Sadiq means no line can be made on you. No one can find your limits. and you are a mitto. Mitna means measure, but God, no one can measure you, and you are a meek. A meek is a word in Arabic which means deep. So you are so deep. You are forever. Sadevan. Prabha means the form of great brilliance. So forever, God, you are the form of great brilliance. And God, you cannot ever be one. You are undefeatable. You are Ajay and you are Aja. You are unborn, God.
Bhakti Chand Ta Prasad.
The name of this measure is Bhagwati Shand, and it is written by your grace, God.
Ke Zahar Zahur hai, ke Hazar Hazur hai.
The word Zahar means brilliance or Prakash. So God, your brilliance is seen, it is clearly seen, Partak, everywhere. Every direction of this world is your glory and brilliance. And Hazar, Hazur, that means to exist, to be present. So God, you are always present within all. Your brilliant form is always present within all things and all people.
Hamisur Salam hai, Samastul Kalam hai.
The word salam comes from salamat, which means one who will always exist. So God, forever, Hamish, that means forever. So God, forever, you will always exist. You are always eternal. Samastal means all, and kalam means language. So God, you are the language of all people. It is you which sits in all hearts and speaks. And God, all beings sing of your great virtues.
Ke Sahib Dimag hai, ke Usnal Charag hai.
Dimag means intellect or brain, and Sahib means master. So God, you are the master of all high understanding. Husnal means beauty, and Chirag means light. So God, you are the light, the lantern, the candle of everlasting beauty, Chirag.
Ke Kamal Karim hai, ke Razak Rahim hai.
Kamal means perfect, or the highest limit. So God, you are the highest limit of Kareem, blessing. So your blessing is the highest blessing that anyone can ever have. And you are Razik Rahim. You are the giver of food, Razik, and you are the giver of mercy, Rahim.
Ke Rozi Dehend hai, ke Razak Rahend hai.
You give rosy or nourishment to all. You give Razik, you give nourishment, food, and you give Rahind. The word Rahind means liberation. So you give food and you give liberation from Maya to all.
Karimul Kamal hai, ke Usnal Zamal hai.
Your Kareem or your blessing is the biggest of all. It is Kamal. Kamal means the biggest line of saturation. So your blessing is at the highest limit. And Husnal Jamal. Jamal means beautiful tranquility like the moon. And Husnal means beauty. So God, your beauty is like the moon. It is so tranquil and so beautiful. You provide that great peaceful beauty, that great calm. That is part of your beauty.
Ghanimul Khiraz hai, Gharibul Niwaz hai.
At the same time, God, the word Ganima means enemy, and Kiraj means when you take someone, you take over a village, you hold someone hostage, and then on top of that, you demand money. So God, you conquer all the enemies, lust, anger, greed, ego, attachment. Lust, anger, greed, ego, and attachment. You really beat them down and make them pay a price. And you are Garib al-Niwaz. Garib means poor or meek. Not poor money-wise, but meek. So God, you are the caretaker. You always defend the meek. And you defend our meek souls from lust, anger, greed, ego, and attachment.
Hariful Shikan hai, Harasul Fekan hai.
So God, you are Hariful Shikan. You break the head of our enemies. And you are Hirasul Fikan. No fear can come near you, God. So you break the heads of our enemies, and you are not afraid of anything. For this reason, it is always best to stay in your shelter, because you are the protector of the poor, God. You save our meek souls. You are capable of it. No fear can come near you, so why should we fear if we have your shelter? Whoever comes to your shelter, you care for them. You destroy their sins. You destroy their 5 enemies, lust, anger, greed, ego, and attachment. You destroy their fear. You break their bonds. And God, you always protect them.
कलंकं प्रणास है समस्तुल निवास है.
The word kalankang means stain. So God, you exist in all, and you always destroy our sins and make us pure.
अगंजुल गनीम है रज़ाए करहीम है.
Aganj means unconquerable. So God, you are unconquerable by any ganim or any enemy, and at the same time you give food and mercy to all.
समस्तुल जुबा है के साहिब के राह हैं.
God, you are the tongue of all. Juba means tongue. So you are the tongue of all, meaning you speak in all. In our hearts, God, you speak. And we can hear you. What is your language? Like we said before, Bakhya Pawapar. Japji Savage, we say Bakhya Pawapar. Your language is love, and in this language you speak to all. And when we humans speak, God, this too is you speaking. You are the tongue of all. Everything that was said and is to be said, God, this is all you, all your play. And at the same time, God, Kira means brilliant. So God, you are the great owner, the great king, and your brilliance is everywhere.
के नरकंग प्रणास है बहस्तुल निवास है.
The word Narkang again means hell. But once again, in Guru Granth Sahib and in Sikhism, and even in this quote here, we are taught that hell is where we forget God, where God is not, meaning God is everywhere. But when we don't remember Him, then for us it is like God doesn't exist. So God, you are the one that destroys. You are the one that destroys the sad state where we do not see your existence. And what is heaven? So if hell is where you don't exist, Behistal Nivas hai, that place where you are remembered, where you exist, God, that is heaven for us. That is the place of all peace.
के सरबल गवन है हमेशुल रवन है.
Gavan means gaman. So God, you can reach all. The word Ravan means bliss. So God, you always enjoy in all. You are the form of all bliss.
तमामुल तमीज है समस्तुल अजीज है.
The word tamam means all beings, and tamiz means recognition. So God, you know all, you recognize all, and you know the hearts of all, and you are Samastal Aziz. You know all our secrets, all are good and bad, but still, Samastal means all, Aziz means beloved. So God, you are still the one that is loved by all, and the one who loves all. Even if you know all our secrets, you still love us.
परम परम ईस है समस्तुल अदीस है.
Parang Param means the highest. East comes from eastward. You are the highest king of all, and you are the biggest owner of all. Adis means Ad and East. Ad means from the beginning, and East means king. So from the beginning, you are always the king of all. Samastal means all.
अदेसुल अलेख है हमेशुल अपीक है.
You have no country, no home, and forever you have no dress or costume.
ज़मीनुल ज़मा है अमीकुल एमा है.
Zama comes from Sama or time, or Zameen means earth. So God, you are always present on the earth at every time. You are very deep, and your gesture or your imma is also a meek, also deep.
करीमुल कमाल है के ज़ुर्त ज़माल है.
So God, Kamal means the highest limit, and Kareem means blessings. So God, your blessings are blessings of the highest limit, the highest line, the greatest of the great. The word Jurat means bravery, and the word Jamal means tranquil beauty. So God, your bravery is your tranquil beauty. You are most brave and most beautiful.
के अचलंग प्रकाश है के मित्तु सुबास है.
The word Achlang comes from Achal, or forever. So God, your Prakash, your glory is always forever. And Amito means unmeasurable. Subhas comes from Sugandhi, or from smell, or good smell. In India there are two types of smell, a good smell and a bad smell. So God, your beautiful smell, all the fragrances of the world, God, are your fragrance. And these beautiful smells are beyond all measure. When we smell something good and delightful, when we smell nature, when we smell the air, sometimes it is so beautiful and we cannot adequately describe it. Let's say someone has a cold, or they cannot smell. How can we tell them the great beauty of a good smell? We cannot. So God, your fragrance is so beautiful, beyond all measure, amitto. It cannot be measured.
कि अजबस रूप हैं कि अमित तो बेपूत हैं.
The word ajab means achraj or wonderful. Your form is so wondrous. Amitto once again means unmeasurable. So your form is so wonderful, and your biput, your glory, is amitto. It is beyond all measure.
कि अमित तो पसा हैं कि आत्म प्रभा हैं.
Your great grandeur, your pasa, which means pasada or kilada, your great expanse, it is beyond all measurement. It is amitto. And God, at the same time, you yourself are all brilliance. So even though your expanse is unmeasurable, still you are present in every particle of it.
कि अचलंग अनंग हैं कि अमित तो अपंग हैं.
God, you can never grow old, or you can never spoil, and you have no body part, and you are unmeasurable. Pang means cannot be destroyed. So you cannot be measured, God, and you cannot be destroyed. You have no form, and you cannot ever spoil, you cannot ever fall or move.
मधुपार छंद तो प्रसाद.
The name of this measure is Madhbar Shand, and it is written by your grace, God.
मुनि मन प्रणाम गुण गण मुदाम.
The word mun means muni or saint. So saintly beings, in their mind, man means mind, they salute you. Pranam means bow to you. So all saintly beings worship you, God. The word gun means virtue. The word gun means a lot. And the word mudam means forever. So God, you are forever the owner of infinite virtues.
हर बार अगंज हर नर पर भंज.
Ar means enemy. Bar means big or huge. Aganj means cannot be conquered. So God, you cannot be conquered by even the hugest of all enemies. And Harnar. Harnar comes from the word Narhar, which means the king. Just like the lion is the king, right? You are the king, the owner of all beings, the greatest, the strongest, the biggest, the king of all men. And you are Parbanj. You are the destroyer of all. So you are Hadnarabanj. You are the greatest of all beings. And at the same time, you can destroy them all.
अनगन प्रणाम मुनि मन सलाम.
The word Angan means agant or uncountable. So uncountable beings, Pranam means bow. So uncountable, infinite beings bow to you. Mun man salam. So many munis or saintly beings bow to you in their minds.
हर नर अखंड बर नर अमंड.
Akhand means perfect. So God, you are not lacking and you are Nadhad. You are Had Nadakhand, meaning you are perfect, like a lion. You are the king of all beings, and you lack nothing. Bad Nadaman. So you are always perfect. You need no decoration. You need nothing extra. You are always perfect, and you are the leader of all beings.
अनुभव अनास मुनि मन प्रकाश.
Anas means undestroyable, and Anbhav means knowledge from yourself, or light from yourself. So your great glory, which is made from yourself, that glory cannot be destroyed. And Mun means once again saints, or saintly being. So in the minds of the saintly beings, you are the Prakash, you are the light, you are the brilliance. When we close our eyes, we see darkness. But when a great saint of God closes their eyes, it is like the light of 1,000 suns. They see God, they see God's brilliance, which cannot be fully experienced. So these saints see God's brilliance. They see God's brilliance, which cannot be fully measured. So God, you yourself are the glory, the light, and the minds of the saints.
गुण गान प्रणाम जल थल मुदाम.
We bow to you, God. God means a lot or infinite. Pranam means bow, and good means virtue. So God, we bow to your infinite virtues. You are the God of infinite virtues. Jal means water, Thal means land, Mudam means always. God, you are always present on land and water as the owner of so many virtues.
अनछेज अंग asan apang.
The word unchanged means grow old. So God, your body parts, your form will never grow old. And your asan, your seat, your throne is a pang. It'll never be destroyed. It can never spill. The word pang means panya, so it can never break.
Upma apar, gat mit udar.
No human can ever reach to find a force to you, God, to your greatness. Apar means beyond all. Gat mit udar. Gat means your state, what we call in Punjabi halat. And mit means measure. So God, no human can ever find your state or your great measurement. It is beyond all of our efforts and all of our workings.
Jal thal amand, this vis apand.
God, you are perfectly present in the land and water. Jal means land, Jal means water, Thal means land. And you need no decoration, you are man. And this with beyond. This with comes from the word this vidish, which means 4 directions. So God, you are present in all directions. And a pand means pand. Like in Asadivar, we see pand jamiyeh. So God, you are a pand. You are not born from a woman. And you are not born from a woman.
Jal thal mahant, this vis beyant.
You are in the land and water greatly. Mahant means great. So you are on earth and water, and you are the highest of all. And in all 4 directions, this was, you are infinite. Your limits cannot be known.
Anpav anas, trit tartoras.
Anbhav means knowledge or glory, which is from yourself. And anas means never to be destroyed. Nas means destroy. Anas means indestructible. So God, your great glory, your great knowledge, which is from yourself, is indestructible. You do not need anyone else to make you. And you, God, can never be destroyed. Drit tar duras. The word drit means earth. The word tar comes from the Sanskrit word durantar, and that means chief. So God, you are the chief of the earth.
Ajan ba, ek hai sada.
Ajan means tool, and ba is from va, or keeper of tools. So God, you keep all the tools that make this earth. And eke sadaho. Sadaho means sada, or forever. God, forever, you are unique. You are alone. You are the one. Ek means one.
Uankar ad, kathni anad.
The word Oang we see in Japji Sahib. Oang, God. The word God is like a word that means infinity. It is like a line. If we have the word Ja, and that means hail. If we have the word Ja God, that means a never-ending hail, or never-ending saying Ja, 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 Ja forever. So Oang means God, who is present everywhere in all. And the word God means infinite, or an infinite force, a force that never ends beyond all limits, just like a line. In mathematics, we have the definition of a line, that a line goes on forever, never stops. So here, God, you are Oang God, you are a force that is inside all, and you never stop, and you are Ad. At the same time, you are infinite. We cannot find your beginnings, but God, you are the beginning of all, so you are the root of all, present in all, and you are infinite. Katni Anad. Even by discussing you, the word Katni means to discuss, and Anad, even by discussing you, God, your beginning, your root, your Ad, cannot be discovered.
Khal khand khiyal, gur bar akal.
The word Kyal means instant or second. The word Kal means enemy, and Khand means destroy. So in one instant, God, you can destroy the enemies. You can destroy every enemy, lust, anger, greed, ego, attachment, all the evil forces in the world. These things do not take even a second for you to destroy. And you are Gurbar Akal. Gurbar means the biggest of all, and Akal means beyond death and beyond time.
Kar kar parnam, chit charna naam.
In each and every house, God. Kar means in each and every house, in each and every body. But Nam means bow. All bow to you. In each heart, Chit means heart or mind, is your charan, is your feet, and your Nam. So God, you exist You, the Naam, the Lord, exist in all hearts. Everyone bows at your feet and follows your command.
Unchhe jagat, ajiz nabat.
God, your body will never get old. And you do not need, Baat means reason, or problem, or issue, or just anything. So God, you do not need anyone's support for anything.
Anjan jagat, anaranj baat.
Janj means argument. So God, your form is above all argument. The word Anraj means one who does not get angry. Baat means any issue, anything, any saying. So God, your form is above argument and you never get angry. So sometimes we humans, because of our life, we forget that everything God does is good. So we get angry at God. We get angry and sometimes we have fear that God doesn't love us. God's punishing us. But we must remember God does nothing out of anger. Everything God does is out of love. God takes care of even the little insects that live in rocks. God gives food to all. So if God gives us pain, it is not because we were bad, but it is because God is preparing our soul to merge with Him. And God is playing this game of life. And God wants our soul to reach that happy state where our soul only gets pleasure from God's light. And the little soul merges with the great big ocean, which is God, the ocean of light. So God is Anranj. God has no anger. Nothing God does is out of anger. And even if we argue with God, God is Ajanj. God is not affected when we argue with Him or turn our backs to Him or curse at Him. God will never punish us. Never, ever, ever. And the second that we feel remorse and we want God, God will forget our sins in a minute. God will never hold anything against us. This is what Gurbani teaches us. God forgets our sins. Augan ko na chitare. So God forgets all our sins. Patat Pavan. God is the blesser of all sins. God forgets our sins and takes us back. God has no anger in His mind.
Antut pandar, anthat apar.
Antut means never finishing and Pandar means treasure houses. For that reason, God, your treasure house, your supplies, everything you give us, air, water, food, all these things are unfinishing. In nature, all our natural resources have a way of replenishing themselves. So you always provide for us. Even those who turn their backs on you, you still give them air, you give them water, and you care for them too, and you help them to find their way back. You do not hate anyone, no matter what religion they are, what type of person they are. The word tat means display. Antat means no one can display you or make a statue of you. And you are infinite. Apar means infinite. So you are infinite. No one can make a statue of you. But you provide to all at the same time, beyond our eyes.
Deed taram, at deed karam.
Adit means to see. Adit means no one can see your dharam or your rules, your way of keeping this universe in harmony, your great rules of dharma, your rules of gravity, inertia, your rules of every action having a consequence. No one can see those rules which keep everything in equilibrium and homeostasis. And God, your workings, Atdit, your workings are so, God, your workings, your karam is so brave.
Anbran anant, data mahant.
You are unbrun. No one can hurt you. Brun means to hurt or to break. Brun means to hurt. God, no one can ever hurt you. And you are anant. You are infinite, beyond all. Data means giver and mahant means great. You are the great giver of all beings.
Har bol mana chand, ta prasad.
The name of this measure is Har Bol Manashan, and it is written by your grace, God.
करनालियाँ हैं, अर्कालियाँ हैं, खलखंडन हैं, महमंडन हैं.
Karan means mercy and Alya means house. So God, you are the home of all mercy, and you are Arkalya. Ar means enemy, and Kalya means destroyer. So God, you are the destroyer of all enemies. You destroy all bad forces within and around us, and you give us all your mercy and love, because you are the home of all mercy and love. You are Kal Khandan. Kal means enemy and Khandan means destroyer. So you destroy all our enemies. And Ma means earth. Mandan means decorate. So God, you're the one who decorated and made this whole world. You are all powerful to make the earth. You are the home of mercy, and you destroy our enemies and give us your great mercy.
जगतेश्वर है, परमेश्वर है, कल कारण है, सर्व उबारण है.
Jagat means world, and Iswar means king. So God, you are the king of the whole world. You are the first king. Param means highest. So you are the highest, the very first king, the Param Iswar. You are Kal Karan. You are Kal Karan. So you are the one who makes all these great wars. You're the one who plays this drama of the world. All the wars, all the killings, all these too are your play. Life and death are your play. You are Kal Karan and you are Sarab Abaran. So you kill all in your wars. And also, Ubaran means save. You also save all and deliver the souls of all. So God, you are Kal Karan. Within the soldier you fight. And you also save all.
त्रित के तारण है, जग के करण है, मन मान्या है, जग जान्या है.
The word Trit means earth. So God, you are the Tran, or the support of the earth. Jag ke Kran, you are the Kran, the creator of the whole Jug, the whole world. Man Manya, inside minds, you are the one who is worthy of worship. You are the only force God who we should focus our consciousness on, and we should worship, because only you can give us shelter. And you are Jug Janya. You are worthy. Janya means to be known. So God, you are worthy of being known in the whole universe, because only you can reach this whole universe. And all bow to you in the universe, God, and all. So this means, God, in this whole universe, everyone bows to your command, and all try to know you.
सर्वं पर हैं, सर्वंकर हैं, सर्वपास्या हैं, सर्वनाश्या हैं.
Par means palna, or to take care of. So God, you take care of all beings. You create all. Kar means create. Sarvapasya, you are with all, in all directions. And God, Nasya, you destroy all. Nas means destroy. So you are with all, you care for all, you create all, and you destroy all in a moment.
करुणाकर हैं, विश्वम्भर हैं, सर्वेश्वर हैं, जगतेश्वर हैं.
Once again, Karna means mercy. So God, you are the source, the beauty of all mercy. You are Beswambar. Bisav means world. And you are the one who takes care of the world. You're the caretaker of this whole world. You are Sarveswar. You are the king of all. Sarab means all, and Iswar means king. So you are Sarabiswar. And you are Jagdeswar. You are the king of the whole Jagat, the whole world.
ब्रह्मांड से हैं, खलखंड से हैं, परते पर हैं, करुणाकर हैं.
You are Brahmandas. You are Brahmandas. Brahmand means all of the universe, all of creation. You are the king of this whole universe. Kalkhandas. You break all the enemies everywhere, all the lust, anger, greed, ego, attachment, and evil forces. You are the highest of the high, the greatest of the great, Parte Par. And you are Karnakar, the very source of Karna or mercy.
अजपा जप हैं, अथपा अथप हैं, अकृता कृत हैं, अमृता मृत हैं.
The word Ajapa Jap means God. You are beyond the use of mantras. So people would recite their scriptures over and over. Means God, you are beyond the reach of mantras. So people would recite their scriptures over and over. But this mere recitation does not lead us to God. It doesn't make us reach God. Nor is there any recitation that can show us God's limits. So you are beyond all jap. You are unable to be reached just by doing jap or reciting. And you are a tapa tap. You are beyond being able to be tap. You are a tapa tap. Thapa means satapan or tapya na jai kita na hoy. You cannot be made to stand up. You cannot be made as a statue. No one can make you. So you are beyond being made and being installed like a statue. And you are akritakrit. The word akritakrit comes from the word akrita and akrit with a sihari. So that means, God, your statue cannot be made. And amritamrit. The word amritamrit, mrit means to die, but God, you are never dying. You are always immortal. This whole stanza tells us that God is not like anything else. God is not like a Devi or a demigod or a goddess, because God cannot be reached by certain mantras. God cannot be installed as a statue. God's murat or statue cannot be made. Akrita means form, and akrit means can't be made. So God cannot be made like a statue, like any other demigod. And God cannot die, just like all the demigods. Krishna came, Ramchandra came. All of them left and died. Saraswati, all of them left and died. But you, God, you are different. You cannot ever die. You are immortal.
अमृता अमृत है, करुणाकृत है, अकृताकृत है, तरणीकृत है.
You are always Amrita. You are always immortal. And you are the form of mercy. Gadna means mercy. Akrit means form. So you are the form of all mercy. Tarni means earth. Trit means support. You are the support of the whole earth. And you are also Akritakrit, like we said earlier. Your statue cannot be made. You are immortal, the form of mercy. No one can make your form though. And you support this whole world.
अमितेश्वर हैं, परमेश्वर हैं, अकृताकृत हैं, अमृतामृत हैं.
The word Amit comes from Mitya, measurable, and Eswar means king. So Amit and Eswar, God, you are the great king, the great leader, the owner of all, who is unmeasurable. You are Parameswar. You are the biggest king, the biggest owner. You are Akritakrit. No one can make you a statue, and you are Amritamrit, always immortal. You'll never die.
अजबाकृत हैं, अमृता अमृत हैं, नर नायक हैं, खलकायक हैं.
God, your form is wonderful. You are always immortal. Ajbakrit means Achraj. God, your form is wonderful. You are always immortal. You are Nanaik. You are the leader of all men, the king of all, like the lion is a king. And you are Kalkaik. You're the destroyer of all enemies.
विश्वम्बर हैं, करुणालय हैं, निरपनायक हैं, सर्वपायक हैं.
So, the word Beswambar means caretaker of the whole world, of the whole Besa. So God, you are the caretaker of the whole world. And you are Karunala. Karna means mercy, and Ala means house. You are the house of all mercy. Nirpnayak. Nirp means king, and Nayak means owner, or Malik. So God, you are the owner, the king of all kings. And you are Sarapayak. You are the caretaker of all, the protector of all.
पवपंजन है, अर्गंजन है, रिपतापन है, जप जापन है.
God, you are Pav Panjan. The word Pav means birth, and Panjan means destroy. So God, you destroy our cycle of birth, our cycle of reincarnation, of birth and death. And you are Arkanjan. You conquer all enemies. You are able to turn the enemies around and to move them and save us from them. You are Riptapan. Rip means enemy. And you are Japjapan. You yourself cause your jap, your shabad, your great hukam to vibrate, to be japped inside all of us. You yourself cause your memory to be made inside all of us. You cause us to meditate on you. In our hearts, we all meditate on you. Destroy lust, anger, greed, ego, and attachment, these enemies, and you cause us to love you and to always remember and meditate on you. You cause your jap to be jap.
अकलंकृत हैं, सर्वाकृत हैं, कर्ताकार हैं, हर्ताहर हैं.
God, there's no stain in your form, because your form is so perfect. Sarvakrit, all is your form, God. So your form cannot be made, yet at the same time this whole universe is your form, and it is perfect, without stain. You are Kartakar. Like people say Brahma made the world, but in reality, you are the Karta. You are the one that made the world. And you are like Shiva too. You are the Harta Har. At the same time, you are Karta Kar. You make the world, and you are Harta Har. You destroy the world as well. There's no different force of Brahma and Shiva, God. You alone are the creator and destroyer of all.
परमात्मा है, सर्वात्मा है, आत्म बस है, जस के जस है.
God, you are Paramatam. Your soul, your Atma is the highest. Param means highest. And you are Sarvatam. All of the souls are your soul. You are the one soul of all beings. All of us, when we see our soul, God, when our ego dies, you are in our ego as well, no doubt. But you are our soul. You are the soul of all. So for that reason, you are closer than close. All we have to do is find you, is look at our own soul. If we can know our soul, then we have found you, Lord. And we have to just look inside and meditate on you, and we will see you from our soul. Your Atam Bas, your soul is in your power. The word bas comes from vas, or power. Because jas ke jas, jas means jasa. So God, like you are, only you are. There's no one like you, only you are like yourself. You have no equal, no parallel. There's no one who is even a little bit like you, God.
Bhujang Prayat Chand.
The name of this measure is Bhujang Prayat Shand.
Namo Surj Surje, Namo Chandra Chandre, Namo Raja Raje, Namo Indra Indre.
Namo means bow. We bow to you, God. You are the sun of all suns. The word Suraj means sun. So you give passionate energy to the sun. The sun gets its great energy from you. And at the same time, you give the Chandra. The word Chandra means moon. So you give the calming tranquility to the moon. So both the sun and moon, both Jamal and Jalal, passion and tranquility, they both come from you, God. You are the king of all kings, the Raj of all Raj. Raja means king. You are the Indra. Indra is the king of gods. But in reality, you are the king of all gods.
Namo Andakare, Namo Teja Teje, Namo Brind Brinde, Namo Bije Bije.
Andhakare means darkness. So we bow to you, God. You are great darkness. And at the same time, you are Tej, Teje. Tej means light or brilliance. You are the most brilliant, the most glorious, the most bright of all lights. You are Brind Brinde. You are in all forms. At the same time, you are the most subtle, the most hidden. You are Bij Bije. This is your mystery, God. You are everything. You are darkness. You are the greatest of light. You are seen everywhere, yet you are unseen. How do we describe you, God? We bow to such a Lord forever.
Namo Raj Singh Tam Singh Sant Rupe, Namo Parma Tattang Atattang Sarupe.
So the words Raj Sang, Tam Sang, and Sant refer to three different virtues, which is believed in Hindu scripture that created the world. The first virtue is Rajas, the other is Tamas, and the other is Sattva. The word Rajas is a virtue by which all make effort, so it is a virtue of effort. And the word Tamas is the darkness of the mind. That's what it means. So it's a second virtue. And the word Sant is a virtue of purity. So these three virtues, God, are made by you. You created them. So we bow to you. You created these three tats, these three virtues. You are Param Tattam. You are the highest of all these virtues. Param means highest. So even though you made all these three guns, these three virtues, at the same time you are the king of them, but you are also Atattam. You are free from them at the same time. Such is your mystery. Your form is Atattam. Your form is free from Rajas, Tamas, and Sattva.
Namo Yoga Yogi, Namo Jnana Jnane, Namo Mantra Mantre, Namo Dhyan Dhyane.
God, you are the yogi, the unattached yogi of all yogis, and you are the most knowledgeable of the knowledgeable. You are the mantra. What is a mantra? A certain thing we chant, so you are like the chant of all chants. You are the greatest mantra, and you are Dhyan Dhyane. You are the deepest trance. Samadhi, we call Samadhi Dhyan, one-pointed concentration, a deep trance. So you are the greatest Samadhi. So God, instead of doing other mantras, instead of going and trying to concentrate within, The greatest thing is when we bow to you and love you and concentrate on you. You are the most deepest trance. You are the greatest mantra. You are the best yogi. And you are the greatest knowledge.
Namo Judd Judde, Namo Gyana Gyane, Namo Puj Puje, Namo Pan Pane.
God, in a war, Judd means battle or war, so you can conquer enemies and win all wars. You are the knowledge of all knowledge. You, the Nam. The Nam is the greatest knowledge. You are Poj Poje. Poj means Pojan. You give food to all. You are the food of all foods. You are what the soul needs for nourishment. And you are Pan Pane. In your hands is everything. The whole world is in your hands. You hold all in your hands.
Namo Kalakarta, Namo Shantarupe, Namo Indra Indre, Anadang Bepute.
God, you start wars in the world, world wars. So all of the wars of so many countries, all of these are part of your play. And at the same time, you are the form of a great war. You are also the form of Shant. You are also the greatest of all peace. Such is your mystery, God. Such is the Lord we bow down to. You are the King of all gods. And at the same time, Anad. Anad means no one can find your beginning. Ad is beginning. And Biput means glory. So no one can find the beginning of your great glory.
Kalankar Rupe, Alankar Alanke, Namo Asase, Namo Bank Banke.
Kalank means stain. So God, you are the enemy of impurity. So meaning your form, your roop, is the most pure. Your form is the most pure. Alankar Alanke. You are the ornament, the giver of beauty. You give beauty to all. You are the support of all beings. Asase. You are the asra, the support of all. So we bow to you for that reason. And you are Bunk Banke. Bunk means Banke. Sone, beautiful. We bow to you, God. You are the most beautiful of all.
Apange Sarupe, Anangi Aname, Tarpange Tarkale, Anangi Akame.
God, your form cannot be destroyed. It is Apangi. And you have no body parts. Anangi. Ang is a body part, but God, you are Anangi. You have no body, and you are Aname. You have no one name.
Tarpangi Tarkale, Anangi Akame.
Tripangi. Pang means destroy. God, you can destroy all three of the worlds. You can destroy all 3 times. Trikale. Kal is time. So what are the 3 times? The past, the present, and the future. So you can destroy all 3 of these things. You have no body parts, no ang, and you have no kamna, no desire.
Ek Achari Chand,
The name of this measure is Ek Achri Chand.
Ajay, Alay, Abhay, Abhay.
God, you are unwinnable, you are Ajay, and you are Alay. No one can break you. You have no ba, no fear. Ba means fear. And you are Abhay. There's no death for you, God.
Apu, Aju, Anas, Akash.
You are unborn, and you are Aju. Ju means moving, but you are unmoving. You are forever stable. You are Anas. You cannot be destroyed, and you are Akas. You are present everywhere.
Aganj, Apanj, Alakh, Apakh.
You are unconquerable. A gunj means you cannot be beaten. And you are a punj. No one can break you. You are a luck. You are invisible. And you are a puck. You do not need any food.
Akal, Dayal, Alek, Apek.
God, you are never dying, beyond time. You are Akal. You are Dayal. You are the house of mercy. You are a lake. No one can make your photo. And you are Apek. You have no certain dress.
Anam, Akam, Aga, Ata.
You have no name and no desire. You cannot fall. You are Ata and you are Aga. You are beyond everything.
Anathe, Parmathe, Ajoni, Amoni.
You have no Nath, no master. And you are Padmathe. You are the destroyer of all. You are a Joni. You do not go through the Junes of birth and death. You are stable. You are not born and you never die. So God, you are Amoni. You do not observe a vow of silence. Mon is someone who observes silence. But you are beyond that.
Na rage, na range, na rupe, na rekhe.
You have no rag, no attachment, no form like Maya. You are unattached to any form. You have no color. You have no roop, no form. And you have no rake, no symbol.
Akarmang, aparmang, aganje, alekhe.
You are not reachable by karmang or by religious acts. You are not affected by fear or superstitions. You have no fear of superstition or param. You are undefeatable, and no one can make your painting, God.
Pujang, Paryat Chand.
The name of this measure is Pujang Priyat Shand.
Namastal Parname, Samastal Parnase.
Namastal means bow down to, and Parname means the one who is worthy of all surrenderance, of all bowing. Samastal means all, and Parnasi means to destroy. So this means I bow to that Lord, that God, who is the destroyer of all beings.
Aganjal Aname, Samastal Nivase.
A Ganj means unconquerable, one who cannot be won. So God, we bow to you, you cannot ever be won. You have no name, and at the same time you live. Samastal means all, and Nivasi means live. You live inside all beings.
Nirkamang Bepute, Samastal Sarupe.
We bow to the one Lord, who has no desires, whose glory, Biput, is desireless. And Sarup means form, Samastal means all. So the whole world is your form. We bow to that Lord, who's glorious, has no Maya and no desires, and the whole world's beings are a form of that glory.
Kukarmang Parnasi, Sotarmang Bepute.
That Lord who destroys humans, Parnas, means to destroy, and nicely fills his responsibilities. Earlier we had the word Sutarmang. So Sutarmang is one who cares for his family. So God, you care for this whole world family, and that is your glory. So your glory is that no desire can move you, and you create and destroy, and you raise all. You fill all desires, and you care for this whole world. Keep it in harmony and equilibrium.
Sada Sachidanand Shatrang Parnasi.
God, you are forever. The word Sada means forever, and Satchidanand comes from three words, Sat, Chit, and Nanand. The word Sach means existence, the word Chit means knowledge, and the word Anand means bliss. So you are Sada Satchidanand. You are forever the form of all existence, eternity, the form of all divine knowledge, and the form of bliss. And you destroy. Satrang means enemy, and Parnas means destroy. So you destroy all our enemies, our lust, anger, greed, ego, and attachment. And you live within us as the form of all eternal divine knowledge and all bliss.
Karimal Kuninda Samastul Nevasi.
The word Karimal comes from Karim or blessing. So God, you are the blesser of all, and Kunind means the one who raises. So you are the blesser of all, you raise all, and you are Samastal Nivasi. Nivas means live, Samastal means all. So you live in all, you bless all, you care for all, you nourish all, and you live in all.
Ajaib Bepute, Gazaib Ganime.
God, your glory is wondrous. Ajab comes from Achraj. And no one can ever cause defeat to you. No enemy can destroy you. You destroy and attack all, but no one can conquer you.
Hariyang, Kariyang, Karimul Rahime.
Hariyang means destroyer. Kariyang means creator. You are the destroyer and the creator. You are Karimal. You bless all. And you are Rahime. Rahim means mercy. So you bless all with your grace and mercy. Just like in Japji Sahib, we learned that God's nature is to bless all. God always gives blessing to everyone, whether they are good or bad. That is God's nature. So God, you always bless all. You always do good to all.
Chatra Chakravarti चत्र चक्कर पुगते.
The word chatra chakar means all four directions. Varti means exist. So God, you exist in all four directions. And in all four directions, Bhukte means one who gives hukam. So God, your divine order, your form of the great hukam, is present in all. All of the universe and all of the beings are under this great, beautiful hukam. You are the wondrous hukam of all.
Swayambhav Subhang Sarvada Sarvajogate.
You are Swayambhav. You are self-existent. Your glory came from itself. And you are Subhang. Subhang means beautiful. And you are always merged with all. Jogte means merged with, and Sarab means all. So God, you are present in everyone. You are always imbued with everyone, and everyone is imbued with you. You're present in every particle, every atom of our bodies, the grass, the trees, the sky, the whole universe, darkness and light. You are present in all of them, and you are always beautiful beyond all.
Dukalang Parnasi Dayalang Sarupe.
You destroy the pains of the two times, birth and death, and you are the form of great Daya or compassion. So Dokalang refers to birth and death. Parnas means destroy. Dayalang, Daya means compassion, and Sarup means form.
Sada Anga Sange Apangang Bepute.
You are always with us. Ang means part of us, and Sang means with. So you are always part of us, always part of our body, always with us. Apangang, the word pang means destroy, and Biput means stage, glory, great light, great brilliance. So God, you are always and forever with us. You are always part of us, and your great brilliance will never be destroyed. We bow to such a Lord.
Dukalang Parnasi Dayalang Sarupe Sada